hear you.
Huh? Y'all can hear me?
All right.
Check.
We can hear you, and guess what?
We
are live.
Live.
Giving you a slice of unapologetic conversation. Welcome to Straight to Tape. My name is C. Perry Elysia II, the Mr. Fantastic of podcasting's Fantastic Four. Right. First, the comedian, professional joke slanger Tico the Gallo.
Well, you know, people talk it. I live it. I hear sweating like Virgil in the heat of the night.
That's a good one, man. Everybody was always sweating on that show, man.
I always wondered why Virgil was the only one.
Heat of the night.
Virgil was the only one in Sparta rocking a suit.
Yeah, that is true. You only saw Bubba. Then you know something? You never saw Bubba in a suit.
Nope, but you always saw his chest was sweating though.
And the first lady of S2T, the quintessential hip hop mom, Keisha with a Y. What up? Keisha?
What up? I'm cute. I'm smart, and I cuss a lot.
You ain't a player. You just cuss a lot.
There's an argument for the opposite, but you know, whatever.
Right.
She had played that curse.
And of course, our social media assassin, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Big Rob Stud.
Yeah.
Big old stud.
Yes, it's me. I'm in the building. Ruggedly handsome, geekishly intelligent. Yes, I am the chosen one. I have been brought here to bring balance and make you think, whether you like it or not, whether it's painful or not, whether it pisses you the fuck off or not. I'm going to make you think, and I'm going to bring balance to the force. That's my job. That's what I'm here to do. And damn it, we're going to get it cracking today.
Yes, we are. Yes,
oh,
we
no,
are.
It hurts. It hurts.
I don't want to think outside of my box.
You're Rob.
I don't want to think outside of cultural conditioning. Oh, my God, it hurts.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Friday, I bumped into this elderly lady, and she was like having trouble.
Physically?
No, not physically. I mean, I ran into her, and she was like, "Excuse me, sir, could you help me?" We was like at the, I was by the bank or whatever, and she was like, "Can you help me?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. How can I help you?" She was like, "I need, I need some help balancing my checkbook." So I pushed her.
Boy, you know what? Since you're what's up? Hey, Jimmy and Stan Cecil, what's up, fam? Check in the comments. Hey, listen. So before we get started, I have to do this. I don't know if you're ready for me. But you understand what I'm saying. I want you to check it out. Check it out.
Oh. What you got? What you got, Tico?
Murder Hornets he got on his shirt.
Check it out.
Murder Hornets. I like that. I like that.
Nice way to put the pandemic in this motherfucker, yo. Nice way to put the pandemic
we're the corona spot. So I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Talk about some pandemic stuff that, made the news, and, got these murder hornets out here. You feel me?
You know what? That's it. You see that?
Yeah.
I'm throwing down the gauntlet. It's on and popping. It's on and motherfucking popping.
Yeah. You know what, gentlemen? You know what?
We got t-shirt battles.
Okay. That hurt a little bit.
Can I say something, gentlemen? Yeah, can I say something? Do you realize how childish this is? Do you realize? No, you're gonna hear me out. Okay? Do you realize how childish this t-shirt battle is? We some grown ass men, or let me phrase that. Y'all some grown ass men, and you're always throwing up the battles with the t-shirts. You know what I mean?
Hey, Rob.
I look at it and I'm like, what?
Rob.
What?
I know he's not talking about childish. Because this motherfucker got a damn pig in the back of his head like he's fucking damn from the 70s and shit.
So you got something to say about my pick? You got something to say about my pick?
He was waiting. Well, he was waiting.
Well, maybe there's a reason you're saying something about.
Okay. Hell. Okay. Okay. You know what? Okay. Okay.
Strong laugh.
That's cool. Hey, Bishop, you see this, right? You see the insolence of this dude, right?
Man, look, I was backstage. I was backstage.
Rather maniacal.
Listen, first of all, that Murder Hornets joint is excellent. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna get me one before because Vibe House has a Murder Hornets set.
Yeah.
So I was gonna get the Vibe House Murder Hornets. But listen, I want to say this right here. As a person that don't have any ink in the t-shirt or skin in the t-shirt game, I'm giving it to C. Perry today for matching his shirt. You know what I'm saying? It matched up 100%. The pick is on the same side and all that stuff. That's what it is. First, I thought he had a knot on his head. But
yeah, I did too.
Shouts out to the Chocolate Boy Wonder Pete Rock. You know, I had to give you some love today with the shirt.
First of all, we need to realize. First of all, we need to figure out if that's a real fucking damn pick he got. Is that damn? Is it a wire pick or is that plastic shit? You know, the plastic shit with light skin motherfuckers. Plastic shit with motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, still. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what? P, you won today, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going for the Murder Hornets.
What? I'm not.
I don't know.
What? I'm not in the. You know what? I'm not in the battle. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't participate in this asinine t-shirt battle that you guys always do.
That's some light skin. That's some
real light skin.
What you say, P?
I said I vote for you, Chocolate Drop.
You like these murder.
I vote for the murder. I vote for the Murder Hornets.
I'll give it to you today, Rob. I give it to you today because of the simple fact that you know what I'm saying. It is a pandemic epidemic that's going on, and nice way to throw that in there. So look, Rob
won. He got you this time.
Oh yeah, Rob got me. Rob got me. I ain't even going front
because I'm not in the battle. I just wear fly shit. That's all. That's
okay. Moving right along.
Maybe I'll wear my prom dress next week.
That'll be dope.
You said your prom dress?
Look, ladies and
no, I can't fit my prom dress.
I was gonna say that lace one, the one you had, the old lace when you look like a doily. Is that the one you're talking about?
Whoa.
I only went to the prom once, so there's only one dress, nigga.
Isn't that the one?
All right, moving along, fam.
Moving along, okay?
The nervous some motherfucker.
Look, we got an action-packed show today. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, and we got a guest today with us. Okay, the gentleman is joining us today. He is the CEO of the Gents Life. Okay, you might know him from the Piping Hot podcast. You might know him as Random Row. You might know him as Royalty. But he's joining us today, ladies and gentlemen. The homie, Rob McKiver. Rob McKiver, what's up? What's going on, home?
Come live with sound effects, baby. What's going on, good people?
Now, that's what happens when you got a budget. That's what happens when you got a fucking budget.
Apparently, Piping Hot has a budget. You know, we have to make those sound effects with our mouths over here. Meow, meow, meow.
I'm fresh off the verses last night between Bounty Killer and So now I'm still in that mode.
Yeah.
Yep.
The people.
The peeper.
Yeah, that's it. Can you say it, Keisha? What is it? The peeper.
The peeper. The cops are here, but it's all right. We're the peeper. We are Jamaica.
Yeah, with the peeper. With Jamaica. The peeper.
I'm tired today because me and Tico just got back from Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica. Yeah, and Rob. Me, T, and Rob and Quanta just got back from Jamaica, so we just.
Yeah. Facts.
But ladies and gentlemen, look, let's go ahead and focus in and let's go ahead and get started. Those who've been following us for a while, even before we, went live on Facebook, know that when we talked about our topics, we used to always consider them guys, things we ain't want to talk about.
Yeah. There's a whole lot this week.
There's a whole lot that fits that description this week. So let's start with one topic that's been burning up social media since Friday. So let's talk about the interview on the Breakfast Club that presumptive Democratic nominee for president Joe Biden did with Charlemagne the God. And in classic Joe Biden mode, Joe Biden gives us what I love that he always gives us. He gives us a gaffe.
Right.
Yeah. And so the main thing that's been making the rounds on social media, has been the soundbite. Soundbite. Who's going to say it better than me? I'd rather one of y'all say it than me. If you're Rob, I'll let you take this one.
You want me to find you the quote, baby? You gonna read the quote?
Yeah, go ahead and read the quote. I mean, bottom line is, it was a gaffe, but at the same time, I don't know that it was that much of a gaffe. You understand what I'm talking about? I think that comes from a place. You see what I'm saying? I know we know that the current president lacks tact. He lacks couth. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want. He says what's on his mind. You know what I'm saying? He has no filter or whatever. You feel me? So if we're gonna hold him accountable for every syllable that comes out of his mouth, why are we giving Joe Biden a pass? That's what I'm seeing out here. I'm seeing that we're giving this dude a pass, and I know I'm kind of like jumping into it a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? What's the deal with that? I think, like I said, I think it comes from somewhere. I don't know that it's that much of a gaffe, but at the same time, this is the same guy that says in an interview just the other day that he's going to beat Joe Biden. Joe Biden said he's going to beat himself in the election. So it's a gaffe, but it's also, you know what I'm saying, we're working with some cognitive issues here as well. So, I mean, go ahead, Key. Go ahead. I got a lot of stuff to say later. I just want y'all to set it up a little bit.
I wanted you to talk for a little bit more.
Well,
Okay, so he says,
you ain't black.
Oh, if you're not black,
yeah.
You don't vote Democrat, you're not black.
Yeah, if you know what I'm saying. If you vote for Trump, if you vote for Trump, you ain't black.
Right. What I want to say is this right here. Like, we invited Joe Biden to the cookout.
Who?
We did.
We did. With Obama.
It's Joe Obama.
He came as Obama's one.
With Obama, you know what I'm saying? He was good. Joe Biden got comfortable with us. You know what I'm saying? So what it wasn't necessarily inherently, you know what I'm saying, outward racist. It's Joe Biden talking like a black uncle. Like, yo, you ain't black, you don't fight for Barack Obama. We would have said it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know what I mean? It's just like this. Joe Biden's a little too old and he can't, that filter ain't there no more. So
it's like Bishop. It's like that white friend you got that says nigga.
During music, he say nigga.
During the music, only during music, nothing else, just during music, yeah.
Yo, Teak, how many concerts we been at, and we like tons of white people there.
Oh,
and, like,
we stop. We stop and look. We stop and we look. We look. Yeah.
But listen,
saying it. But no, that's why I think we invited. We had Biden at the joint, and you know, we invited him to the cookout. And Uncle Biden is talking that shit.
No, we didn't invite him to the cookout. Obama invited him to the cookout.
Hold on, we let him in though. We let him in. Like
I know.
We Biden. Don't act like we ain't co-signed Biden on some of them.
Yeah, we did. Hey, bro, go ahead. What you got, bro? What you got?
You also, what you got to understand though, man. Like you said, all of what you guys said is absolutely true. The issue is we know Joe Biden as Joe Obama. Right, so it's one and the same person. Like you think Obama, then you think Joe Biden. You think Joe Biden, you think Obama. Right? Yeah, that's why he was so easily accepted at the spades table. You know what I mean? Like he just sat down and just started fucking playing.
Right.
And now it's like, you know, he just throwing out aces, queens, big joker, little joker. It's like he has no rhyme or reason. It's just like, I'm gonna say what I want to say, the same as Obama would say it, or the same as one of you and I would say it.
Right. It's just black folks is getting mad because he reneging.
Yeah. That's all it is. That's all it is. But listen, but at the end of the day, you got to also understand, like, this is the same guy with the prison reform. Like, let's not forget about this.
Yep.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, let's not act like Joe ain't who Joe is. Like, let's be clear.
Anti-segregate. I mean, integration. Like, the same dude.
Right. Same guy. But, you know,
see that's part of what and I'm Perry, I'm gonna let you go real quick. That's part of what I've been saying, man. Like Joe Biden, like we are so quick to just like, it's like we're killing ourselves to give this dude a pass.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Without remembering, like you said, remembering what happened with some of his legislation that he had his hands on. Not only had his hands on it, he authored some of this stuff.
Yeah, like this here.
The black community. You understand what I'm saying?
But what do you do? Who do you vote for? I mean, what do you do? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, look, before we go ahead.
If we had, because a lot of people did not know about Joe Biden's history when he was fingered by Obama to be vice president.
Pause.
I got to disagree on that. I got to disagree on that. But go ahead.
No, a lot of people didn't know. A lot of people didn't know until he started to get ready to maybe possibly run for president, that all this stuff started coming back and people started doing their research. But had we known as a whole back then, would we have withheld our
vote
for Obama because he had Joe Biden as a running mate?
That's interesting.
No. Listen, I might have to agree to disagree on that one. I think we absolutely knew. I think it's one of those things whereas, you know, it was Obama and Joe, they're the same person. We're not even looking at it didn't matter who Obama had as a vice president. It was Obama that we wanted in office. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
It was more than electing a president at that point, I think.
Yeah, fact. Like it was just about putting Obama in office, and then whatever comes along with that is just subsequent, like whatever.
So if Jesse Helms was alive and was a Democrat and he ran with Obama,
guess what?
We would still vote him in.
Guess what? Obama would have still been president, and Jesse Helms' ass would have still been the vice president.
He would have been a crypt keeper by then. So
at the end of the day, like you said, it's like you know, we didn't care about Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Joe Biden, because everybody knew the reason why Obama picked Joe Biden is because no one wanted Joe Biden to be president. So that was like, I don't want to get assassinated. If I get assassinated, y'all got this nigga.
Right.
Now what? Remember, before this, two failed runs at the presidency for Joe Biden. But look, I gotta look at this from a different context, okay? Because one thing that I'm always big on, especially when you have a sound bite that goes viral, is to listen to the whole interview. Okay. And I listened to the whole interview. Yeah. First off, shouts out to Charlemagne the God. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Shouts out to Charlemagne. Okay. You know, we've seen Charlemagne interview political folk. Okay, we've seen him interview political folk during during campaigns. Okay, and he's focused and he always asks those questions, especially those questions about how it relates to the Black community. And this, honest, after watching the interview and actually watching the interview again, okay, this was one of the more coherent Joe Biden interviews. It really was. Okay. He was comfortable. He was comfortable. Notice I said the word, Bishop, comfortable. He was comfortable.
He's showing about the curse. He showed us about the curse.
He would, exactly. He was about to curse. He held back, and Charlemagne was like, "No, you can go ahead and do that." Right. Comfortability. Okay. And also was funny. The interview itself went long. Okay, it went longer than his aide wanted it to go because they had other stuff on the schedule. Because the aide interfered like twice. Okay, he interfered twice. Trying to wrap it up, and Joe didn't want to wrap it up. And then when Joe didn't want to wrap it up, he gave us a Biden. He gave us a perfect Biden, which is a gaffe. Okay, which is what he always does, and which is what you will see him do. This ain't his last gaffe. It's not. He's just getting started. I'm expecting more of them. Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. So right away, let's go to the comments. So Amy says, "What's up, Amy?" Amy says on the real question, "Do you think Biden has dementia?" I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, I know I was kind of leading towards that in my opening dialogue, but he. It's debatable. You feel me? It is debatable. So I'll let you guys say something about that.
But Rob, he was like this before he turned 70.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I'm like,
he was like this before he turned 70. I remember, this was the guy whose gaffe pushed President Obama closer to accepting gay marriage. Yeah, I mean,
but
he gaffed when he wasn't supposed to gaff at the time, which sped the process up.
I think that
he's the gaff machine.
Like what Rob said, like one thing I've always air quotes admired about Trump is that he says what he wants to say, and I think that being the daughter of a semi-cantankerous 70-something-year-old, they just say what the fuck they want to say. Like they just say it, and it's like my daddy explains it. Like I've lived on this earth too long to be worried about what I say to who and how they feel about it. And he is in that life. Like he's really in that life, and right, he's really in that life. And I'm not making excuses for it because there are ramifications for those type of things. So hopefully if Joe is elected president, or not even that, we're not going even that far in the future, as he goes along this path to the election, that his people will wrangle him in. Hopefully this is like a call to his PR people and the people that are on his campaign to help reel him in a bit. Like people like that, and there's a balance there, though.
Right.
Like you, Joe Biden, cannot tell me you have no right. I don't care if you came to the fucking cookout or not. I don't care if you came with Obama, Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X. You don't get to tell me how and why and when I'm black as a black person in America. Like you can't do that.
Right.
So that's my whole kind of rub as far as that is concerned. I don't give a fuck. You can come to all the cookouts you want with whoever you want, but you can't tell me what my blackness means and how.
Precisely.
Right. Yeah, you can't do that.
Okay, but I want to say this right here. Black people do that all the time. We be taking, you know what I'm saying? So it's like this. It's like this because we first of all, no one should be able to tell you what your blackness is at the end of the day. Because the black experience is a very large experience, and I do understand that some people of non-blackness can understand the black experience by being around us long enough and being empathetic and listening to our stories and understanding those stories.
There are not many of those people in this world.
Joe Biden should Joe Biden said that you ain't black if you don't vote for me. Nah, you shouldn't have said it. But guess what? I understand where you're coming from. Is it hilarious? It's more hilarious to me than it is. It's like more of an off-colored, you know what I'm saying? I'm with my man Charlemagne jab type of situation. Because like you said, go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. I'm saying is finish up, and I want to get what Ro has to say on what you're saying. Then I'm gonna go right back to the comments and then open the floor back up.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm wrapping it up. That's what I wanted in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's one of those things. Like, I'm not, as a black person, I'm not too offended. I see where it's coming from, and maybe that's the comedian in me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not taking a woke the Pokemon route on this joint. I'm like, it's Joe Biden, yo. It's like this. It's like
he's ours now. He's like Pokemon.
Joe Biden. That's who.
We need them t-shirts.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, what you got on that?
I mean, not for nothing. This shit didn't offend me. Like, let's be clear. Like, I ain't like I like you, homie. Like, maybe I'm just like I'm a jokester. Like, I find everything funny. I find the humor and everything. But this shit, I mean, this is Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. Here's the thing. He's literally our version of Trump. Like, let's be clear.
Right.
Like, he is our version. When I say our, I mean like the Democratic Party, you know, in this part over here. Right. Like, he's literally our version of what Trump is. He's going to say what he wants. The problem was he said it aloud. He said it. He said it while the cameras was rolling. Mm-hmm. That should have been a soundbite that Charlemagne released, like on some. We were sitting backstage talking, and then it came out. We wasn't supposed to hear that, even though that's how he feels. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? But again, I didn't take. Maybe I'm not black enough. I don't know, but I wasn't slighted by it. Like, I didn't feel like anything. Like, it came off as a joke to me. Like, he is a joke to me in some regards. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
but does that have okay? If he acts presidential, you know what I'm saying, presidential,
mm-hmm.
and some shit pop off like during his administrative type of shit, then we'll look at him as like, well, yo, he's an under, you know what I'm saying, undercutting dude. This dude is shady as shit. You know, he's politically. But if you say what you got to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, what I'm trying to say is this. Like, I always go back to Jesse Helms because, you know what I'm saying, it's like this. You might not like Jesse Helms. He talks shit. He didn't like blacks. He let you know exactly how he felt about blacks. He let you know exactly how he felt about this. But one damn thing he did is that he loved North Carolina. So if North Carolina prospered, everybody got to prosper. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
niggers and all.
Exactly. From farmers all the way down. You know what I'm saying? So do we respect Joe Biden if he just says, hey, yo, you know, and he's just himself and saying the shit that he's saying? Or do we all want this? Well, he's been hanging with Barack, so he should act a certain way. He should act this presidential type way. I mean, Trump changed the game on how presidents are looked at.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So would you respect Joe Biden more so if he just says what the fuck he has to say? You know what I'm saying, and just deal with it? Or would you want Joe to just dance and do the dance and cut around? You know what I'm saying, about what the fuck how he fucking really feels?
Nah, like I'll be honest with you, man. I respect anybody that speaks their truth. Like regardless of whether or not I feel what you're saying. Like, granted, like we're all in agreement that the nigga, he shouldn't have said it. Like, let's be clear.
Right.
He shouldn't have said it online. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should have said it during the interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we can all agree upon that. However, any man, woman, child, whatever, that can speak their honest to God truth, you'll always have my respect. I said that about anything, any relationship in my life. I may not like it, but at the end of the day, if I can respect you, then we can move forward because I know exactly where you're coming from.
So again, that begs the question. So Trump says, we just acknowledged it. Trump says whatever the fuck is on his mind. He has no filter. He lacks tact and couth a lot of times. We can admit that, right?
Right.
So why are we giving Joe the same type of pass, though? You understand what I'm saying?
No. I think that
being redundant.
To be honest,
no. I really think that the tact and couth is necessary when you're president of the fucking United States. Like, I do. Like, yes, our military is probably one of the best in the world, but there is something to be said about, and many people find this in their work relationships and their careers. Like, you can't be part of a group that's outside of your community, outside of your business, without having that tact and couth. You have to be able to sell yourself, whatever your self is, whether it's United States or whether it's my company or whether it's me in my single position having to reach out to different departments within my organization to help things that I do and they do run smoothly. You need that tact. Like, you can't sit up as the CEO of a company and want to acquire other companies and just be a fucking asshole. You can't do that. You got to learn how to wheel and deal. And that's why
I don't know, Key, because times have changed now. You got CEOs that fucking go to their job with fucking damn sweatsuits on and shit and sneakers and shit.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about building and maintaining relationships.
I mean,
having people like you to a certain extent, or at least respect you. There's a difference between fear and respect. There's a difference between liking or respecting and fearing. Like there's a difference between that. So yes, we have one of the most bomb ass military in the whole world. But if we ever want to maintain and have a healthy relationship with our allies, we need somebody sitting in that seat, whether we need that seat or not, but that's a whole nother show again. But we need somebody in that seat that represents us as Americans and is able to build and maintain relationships without fucking shit up.
But can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Isn't Donald Trump the truest definition of America though?
But that's not the definition we want.
No. I absolutely get what you're saying. Like, I agree that needs to be some type of discipline there. Like, he's just out of control. I get that. But my point is, the point that you was making, when everyone outside of America views America, they view us as Donald Trump. Like, let's be clear, the majority, but not because of Trump. Not because of Trump. They viewed us like that long before Trump. Trump is just like that. I told you so. Like here they really are. Because look, they voted him in as their president.
Right.
True. And that's
let me jump in right there real quick. Let me jump in right there real quick. Yeah, let me jump in right there real quick because you do make a good point. However, all right, whoever the president of the United States is a reflection of how the U.S. is viewed across the world. Okay, It was the same way with Obama. It was the same way with W. It was the same way with Clinton. It was the same way with Papa Bush, and it was definitely the same way with Ronald Reagan. Okay, it's the reflection of who is in charge and how it filters from the top down. Now, I got another question for you, since we're talking about the gaffe. Okay, now. And actually, Michael Harriet actually wrote a good piece about this in the GRIA. Do you think this is now is going to force or push the Biden, the Biden candidacy to pick a woman of color as his as his vice president? Has this forced the hand?
I believe that's I'm sorry, go ahead, Rob.
I believe so, and that also goes to this is a comment that I've been watching over here. Andre says the choice for vice president has no real difference in the electability of a candidate running for president. And I'm gonna have to disagree with you there slightly, Dre, because people have been, to Perry's point, people have been calling for, like, almost demanding for Biden, like, yo, bruh, pick a black woman running mate, bruh. Like, especially after this shit you pulled on the Breakfast Club, bruh, it's time. You know what I mean? We need a black woman.
And Rob, can I interject something into that real quick?
Absolutely. Go ahead. And then I want to hear from Tico.
All right. Okay. Hillary Clinton had one of the worst vice presidential candidates running with him ever, in Tim Kaine. Okay. You picked a white guy from a Democratic majority state that speaks Spanish fluently.
That's all we can say.
Think about that. I mean, just really think about that. Okay. Seth, thank you, Seth. Okay. And Seth and John McCain picked Sarah Palin.
Don't you know?
Yeah, Sarah Palin. I forgot all about her.
It matters. Who you pick for vice president matters. I mean, John Kerry picked John Edwards. Okay,
John.
Yeah,
and you can't have a pretty boy running with you as your vice presidential candidate. Okay.
I mean, and to your point,
the pretty boy has to be in the top.
Excuse me. As a resident pretty boy, I take offense to that.
Not the resident pretty boy.
I think there's a battle going. There's a battle of brewing. There's a battle of brewing.
Here we go.
We don't battle. We both know what it is, right?
What it is. We know what it is. Hey,
exactly.
We got divisions. That's all we're gonna say. We'll talk about that after the show.
They got divisions. Exactly. Christopher Williams and Albie Shore. That's the only division y'all got.
Did they ever do a duet? Did they ever do a duet? They should.
No, they did not do
it. Light skin bombness, yo.
You think Albie Shore could hang with motherfucking damn with Christopher Wilkes?
I mean, if the song was written right and the music's right, they could have both got in where they fit.
Ladies and gentlemen, focus.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. Let me say this though. Christopher Williams and Albie Shore doing a duet would be like Thanos and Darkseid joining forces. To take over the universe, bro. like the two light-skinned
Pinky, what are we going to do today?
Oh my god!
And then the bars into that whole piece.
Once again, y'all, we're not colorists. We just joke about the shit.
Oh, Seth, if you light skin, you can get some too. You can get some.
Yeah.
Of this light skin love.
Yeah. That's crazy too. I hope we talk about that too. I hope we talk about that. That's funny.
Yeah. But focus, y'all. Focus, please. Focus.
But this whole, Joe needs that card. He needs that black card right now. For the simple fact that, hey, this pandemic has got a lot of motherfuckers just staying at home. And he's not out, touring around like he's supposed to. And the same thing that we were talking about with Bernie. The only reason why, the reason why I think that Bernie dropped out is for the simple fact that he couldn't go out and do those town hall meetings like he used to and get that publicity. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, for Joe Biden, it's smart for him to get a black female, to run with him.
P, are there any current, because I see names leaking out like Klobuchar, Jesus Christ, and some others at Warren, maybe. Yeah, Warren. But are there any black ones currently being going, because the vetting process has started?
Right.
Florida Representative Val Demings, she's been vetted. Right now, that's the main name of color that I've heard. Tammy Duckworth, she's been vetted. That's the main name that I've been hearing kicked around mainly has been Val Demings. Okay.
Gotcha.
But also at the same time, even though it hasn't been mentioned, I'm sure Stacey Abrams has been vetted. Okay. I mean, when you're campaigning for a job, you better get vetted.
Right. Yeah.
And that's not me. Right. That's not me dissing Stacey Abrams. That's just me saying that that Stacey Abrams' name has been brought up in this before Joey jumped into the race.
Yeah.
I believe Michelle would have ran if Obama didn't win 2 times. I think that 8 years had her like, I believe that 8 years had her like, fuck this shit, yo.
She over a whole number conversation.
I'm just saying that first 4 years, if he had got that first 4 years, because we already fell in love with Michelle that first 4 years, you know what I'm saying? We was already in love with her then. And if Obama wouldn't have won that, the second time,
I disagree.
She might have, but I think her seeing the whole 8 years of how this shit was going, she was like, "Yo, fuck this shit. I'm just not fucking with it, yo."
I don't think Michelle ever wanted to be president. You know what I'm saying? I think Michelle was like, "Yo, you know why you want to? Let's talk about this as real as we are." It's like this. Say if your significant other is the president of the United States for 8 years. Do you know you can't do any of the cocaine that you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's like, so what it is, what I'm saying is this right here. Like, let's talk about it. Like, you got to be and I'm sorry, I'm using cocaine as an extreme, but I'm saying you have to be so straight laced. You know,
no, you're not. No, you're not.
It's pressure. No, when you are
black,
when you are the first, okay, when you are the first, you got that pressure to stay straight laced. We can't do nothing. We can't have a barbecue. We can't, our blood pressure can't be high. They couldn't do shit. They had to be like right on the.
He got criticized for Newports. He got criticized for Newports, yo.
Yo, first of all,
think about that.
Newport,
he had to cut down.
smoking the joint.
I wonder if he would have got criticized so much if he smoked like Marlboro Reds.
Yo, first of all, listen, Obama. The fact that Obama been smoking before smoking was smoking. Facts. If you smoke Newports, you smoke weed. That's at the end of the day, yo.
Yeah. You got to counteract that. You got to counteract that plastic you smoke.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason. But I'm saying it's just like this. We got to look at our politicians like this, man. Like I think what we're doing is this right here. We got to look at all our politicians just like us. It's a little bit of scumbag in everybody. Everybody's a little bit of a slime ball. So guess what? Let's not pretend like when Joe Biden said slime ball shit that is surprising. Like, listen, we got to allow these slime because that's the reason why Trump. Because I am so sick of fakeness at this point in time. I'm like, that's what politics is. I am tired of the fakeness of politicians. Unfortunately, we didn't have Joe Biden running against Trump, and they were saying like wild shit to each other. Because then maybe we were like, okay, here's somebody else that speaks their fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the reason. The reason why Trump got in is because people was like, "Yo, he speaks for the common folk." Unfortunately, it's a bunch of stupid ass common folks that was like, "Okay," you know what I'm saying? It's non-educated people out there like, "Yeah, I just like it because he's keeping it real," and they voted for him. You know what I'm saying? Because they.
Do you think Biden is trying to intentionally kind of tap into that same vein?
No, that's Joe Biden. That's Joe Biden.
Nah, he been saying wild shit like that. He been touching good.
Yeah, I think that's just who he is. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't. When I look at Joe Biden, when I see him do interviews, when I see him just do anything, like I watch people's mannerisms. Like that's just who he is. Like when a person to say some slick shit, he'll drop his shoulders. Like really, nigga, like you just said that. You see what I'm saying? Like I just think that. I think that's just who he is.
And I respect Joe. I respect Joe. When I saw him at the some warehouse, I saw some clip. He was at some factory, and the dude was like, "You fucking up the such and such and such and such." And Joe was like, "Yo, what?
Exactly,
dude. Exactly. What?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's just who he is.
You wrong, dude. You know, show me what you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, yeah.
But the thing about it is that dude was holding Joe to the fire, and Joe didn't want to answer that shit. So let's not forget that.
Oh yeah.
That dude was calling Joe out on his bullshit.
Yeah, respect him on that. Mad. Respect him on that.
I respect that dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Respect him on that. That's what I'm saying. Respect the dude on that. Yeah.
No, actually, look, just to wrap this, one, I respect both, okay? Because one, for that dude to step to Joe and say it, boom, I appreciate,
with cameras rolling.
You are holding it to the fire. But at the same time, for Joe to step back, to him and it's like, yo, hey, wait a minute. Nah, I respect that as well. But look, just to wrap this topic up real quick, okay? Joe Biden is a gaffe machine. Joe Biden has always been a gaffe machine. This is not the last gaffe that we are going to see from Joe Biden. And when that gaffe comes up, guess where we going to talk about it?
I cannot wait for the debate. It's going to be like prime time fucking TV, yo. That debate, them debates are going to be classic material. We might do 2 shows on each debate week, yeah. It's going to be that much material.
Yeah.
Now let's jump to let's jump to the president real quick, okay? All right. So last week, in a press conference, he admitted that he was using hydrochloroquine.
Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn.
Hydrochloroquine.
What do you? Yeah. He look. He was on hydro and not the hydro that most of us, know. Anyway.
Bam.
Panel.
Why is that the dopest R&B group name ever? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, they gonna sell a million records.
Boy, you stupid.
45. Like what?
Hydrochloroquine and 45 records. Yeah. So, and then he doubled down on it and said, "Yeah, I'm taking it." He was almost done with his with his I guess pill bottle or whatever. But here's the thing, and this is a thought I've had for a minute. If the president's doctor will prescribe him a drug that isn't approved by the FDA, there's been no proving that it is a prophylactic to getting the coronavirus. How can we trust that these medical reports that he puts out every year after he does a physical of the president, that he's in tip-top shape, are true? Like he's prescribing a drug, like the nigga got malaria or whatever else it's clinically trialed and proven as treating, and he owns a small piece of stock in the company that makes this drug. How did CVS fill his prescription? Like, how did they get the prescription? Like, why?
Yeah, you got money, you get money, you can get anything.
Right.
Yeah, but so, I mean, it's all out in the open. There was
a lady who says that she has been taking that same drug for years.
For lupus. I saw that.
Yeah, she had for years, and she wound up catching the coronavirus. So
she was so fucking hurt, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
So hurt because the president said multiple times that this drug would prevent her from getting coronavirus. So she's like, shit, I've been on it forever for lupus. Right. I'm gonna go on and live my life like I was kind of, a little subdued, but I'm gonna go ahead and live my life. I can't get it because I've been on hydrochloroquine for to treat my lupus, and then she got fucking coronavirus. Right. She didn't die though. She's okay. She's recovered.
Yeah, she's okay.
So maybe that's it.
Maybe. It's like this. Like, let's talk about it, yo. I want to say this right. We got to put each other in. I like to put myself in the doctor's shoes and other people's shoes. Listen, you're the president's doctor. The president says, "I want to take this drug." If the president actually, he's the most powerful man in the world, right? Yo, I want to take this drug. It's gonna be like, yeah, you might recommend a 9, but you're talking about the president. You're talking about a president that's egotistical, right? That's a bully. On top of that, you won't tell, like I'm saying, none of us are going to tell Donald Trump outside of pressing the red button, no. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what? I want to keep my job. If you want to take
whatever, here,
take it. And I think I'm with Seth, though, with that shit, too. He you know what? He's a spin doctor. He might not even be taking that.
I don't think he is.
You know what I'm saying? He might be little punk. You know what I'm saying? Talk about all the drugs they use and don't take none of them. You know what I'm saying? They got everybody else messed up.
That's like Michael Jordan. That's like Michael Jordan selling S curl. You know what I mean?
There is an episode of Andy Griffith, right? So the Helen is a pharmacist and she comes into town and there's this old biddy that insists on getting her medicine. And so Helen comes into town and she's like, no, I'm a pharmacist. Unless you need this drug or you prove that you need this drug or you have a prescription for it, I'm not giving it to you. And so they go through all this turmoil through the episode, but then she decides as a resolution to give the lady sugar pills as her pills.
Right.
And the ladies think she's taking a drug for whatever it was, but it's sugar pills the whole time, and then the lady's fine with it because she doesn't know it's sugar pills.
Mm-hmm. Right. The placebo.
So what you think about that, Rob?
Yo, don't they do that for birth control? Like, isn't like the last, like, never mind. Anyway, I definitely don't think
that's not for a placebo. That's just to keep it in the
like the last. It's like that last like 5 or 6.
The last row of sugar.
That's all like sugar
when you're on your period. Yeah, the last row.
I absolutely do not think that Donald Trump is taking the medication. Like, I really don't. I think like my man just said, he's an absolute spin artist. Like, he's that guy, because next week he's going to say, well, you know what? I thought I was taking it, but maybe I was taking this other thing. Like, nah, I absolutely.
He's not even going to say that.
I just think he's just whatever makes him seem like he's in control. He's going to say that, like, okay, well, I want you guys to take this for this. So look, I'm taking it. And like somebody else said, I mean, he's so egotistical. If I can take it, your ass can take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to get fucking coronavirus, COVID-19. I'm not going to ever get it. Why? Because I'm taking this. So you better take it too. Like, hell no. I don't think he would ever, no. He don't even trust the doctors. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so I guarantee you're not taking that pill.
Because I'm sure that the damn doctor's been told him not to eat 5 Big Macs a day or whatever the fuck and drink Coca-Cola and Diet Coke and shit.
Right.
So why the fuck would we believe that you're taking something as recommended by your doctor?
Fact.
It's because I want to live forever. I want you to live forever for a very, 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 very long time.
You better get in that little tube.
Yo, can we get homie a thesaurus though? I just want to just
no. So he knows all the words. He knows all the things, all the words. It doesn't even matter. He knows all the words.
Actually, just going to the comments real quick. Andre Gray brought up a good comment about a study that was put out recently about the quote unquote wonder drug not working. Actually, it possibly causing a higher rate of the possibility of getting it. That it really does not do that much with this. And actually, I'm trying to pull it up right now. Anybody have it by any chance?
No, we don't need that study. We believe him.
We are the study.
Andre Leon Gray is a walking encyclopedia. We believe him.
Nigga, we are the study.
Right. Andre just said the mind is powerful, more powerful than you think. So powerful, the people. So yes, definitely. If you think that to a certain extent, if you think that you're taking a pill that's helping you with such and such, more than likely, whatever such and such is going to improve. Now, it might not kill you, but it's your mind is going to tell you you're okay to a certain extent. And I completely believe that, but this motherfucker ain't taking the hydrochloroquine. He's not.
No, hell no. No.
Hey, what's up in the comments to the homie Paul? What's up, homie? Paul said Amy Klobuchar's husband took hydroxychloroquine and is saving from COVID-19.
Saved how, Paul?
Saved how? I mean, we're not saying that it doesn't. We're saying that we're not going to say that it doesn't treat the symptoms.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like hot water, breathing.
But it's preventative care.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I
drink water every day.
Yeah.
I could get up every morning and drink lime and lemon juice in hot water, and I'd probably not have a mucus.
Right.
Mucus. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Nice ginger shot.
Everybody's body's different.
Right. Exactly. True that too. Because it's always going to be it will always be the practice of medicine. Because
what I believe just taking some snuff and putting it on your forehead will cure you.
Word up. And an onion in your sock. If you put an onion in,
you got to take the onion, put the sock, and you got to nail it to the door. You got to nail it to the door.
I thought you were about to say nail it to your forehead.
No, you got to nail it to the door.
Put that under your bed.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's almost at the top of the hour, and it's well, this is the way this segment goes, okay? There are those people that jump on bandwagons, they'll ride that bandwagons to the end. Normally, I used to call them Cowboy fans, but I digress. Right?
They're Cowboy fans.
They're Cowboy fans.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But we have a gentleman on this show that he can't stand bandwagons. He detests bandwagons. He smashes all over bandwagons. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Rob Stud and the unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Big man.
Yes. They're doing the Brady Bunch pointing and whatnot. and then I'm mad that Keisha and Tigo checked out when my segment comes on, but I got something for them later on in the show. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, man. Nah, bring that heat, bro. Bring that heat,
man. Okay. Let me just come straight out with it.
Just come straight out with it, man. Why you dragging it? Why you dragging it?
This is the dude that introduced me and took like 3 minutes and shit. Shut up, man. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna come straight out with it. The bottom line here is I'm speaking to black people. I'm speaking to us now. Black people, please stop this hardcore dependence on the Democrat Party. Like, stop handing your votes to Democrats. You understand what I'm saying? Like, stop without any accountability. Stop just voting straight ticket. You understand what I'm saying? Vote issues and not party. Like, just bottom line is stop fucking sucking on the nipple of the Democrat Party. Like, for real. The teat, all of that type of shit. You understand what I'm talking about?
Robert?
And
Robert?
Yes, sir.
Robert, I got a question for you. Just so that you can put it into context, okay? Now, of course, this is a discussion that we've had for years and years, okay? But what led to your unpopular opinion that you're sharing with the people on Straight to Tape today?
Oh, we just got finished talking about it, Mr. Joe Biden and his comment on the Breakfast Club in part. But what? Go ahead, P. But go ahead.
You see, you are a social media assassin.
Yeah.
Okay. So what work did you have to put in social media in regards to the statement that you just made?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, bruh, what work I had to I had to go overtime in, like, you know what I'm saying, just stopping people from emotionally taking themselves out of the context of the discussion and attacking my character. So as soon as you say some shit about the Democrats, you can't say nothing critical about Democrats. You can't say anything critical about Democratic candidates. You know what I'm saying? Without being labeled. Now, I'm automatically a Trump supporter. Like, somebody unfriended me a little while ago because I said, no, you figure it out. Oh, are you a Trump supporter? I said, you figure that shit out. First of all, it's none of your business. But it's up to you to figure that out. I'm not here talking about Trump. Trump was nowhere in my original post. My original post said Democrats want your vote, and it's not about them respecting you all the time. You see what I'm saying? So what about me being critical of the Democrats automatically makes me a Trump supporter? Is it the fact that there's just only 2 people in the race left? I mean,
that's basically
the bottom line is right. The bottom line is, Rob.
Tigo.
I'm sorry. You got a mind, and you think. That's the problem. That is the problem. That's the problem.
That's the bottom line.
You don't allow. It's like this, because what it is people is treating politics like it's Crips and Bloods. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, it's like this. It's not like black people. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we deal with. Like, you on one team, you're not on the other team. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Right. There is no merger. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like the old head dudes mad the way that the NBA is now. They too friendly. Like, you got to hate the person. No, you actually don't. Because guess what? At the end of the day, if you know politicians, like I know politicians, at the end of the day, they not outside punching the Republicans and the Democrats don't leave the Senate and then go have a knife fight afterwards. No, you know what they do?
Right, they don't.
They're at each other's crib. You know what I'm saying? They family stuff with each other. It's just the fact that it's just like Straight to Tape. We're not all in the same political place. We know what we do. We take when it's time to go to the cookout. You know what we do? We take our political shit. We set that to the side. Then we bring out the light skin stuff and the dark skin stuff, and we talk about stuff that we want to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Brown. Don't forget the Browns.
And the brown. I don't trust brown skins because y'all just been for years. Y'all just been in the middle of the road. I don't trust anyone in the middle of the road. Pick a side. But see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't trust anybody brown skin anyway.
So that's what I'm saying. But
you don't trust me?
Are the brown skin people or black people? They're always going to be in the middle. They could go on one side, and you can be that. So for politics, be brown skin. You don't have to pick one side.
Right. But it's so ironic to me.
You make it be brown skin.
Right.
It's so ironic to me that what you just said is how we need politics to work. Everybody knows that. We cannot live, we cannot function properly with all straight right wing or all straight left wing. Like there has to be something down the middle. There has to be that conversation, and we come to an agreement where we're successful, right? So if Rob Rob leans conservative and I'm kind of super in the middle, maybe left a little bit, but not as left as P. But in order to make a decision, we have to come to an agreement that puts us in the middle and what's best for the people. And that's where we forget. Like, I'm not going to agree with everything you say or do. Any candidate that I pick is damn sure probably going to have a number of platforms that I don't agree with. But they're also my candidates that I choose are going to have more that I agree with than what I don't agree with.
Right.
And that's me picking through my life, looking at the things that actually affect me and voting based on that versus based on just a blind Democratic or so I'm a registered Democrat. I just have been because my parents were, and that's what happened when I registered to vote. It's too late for me to change now, but I'm definitely changing after the election cycle to independent because that's where we need to be. And I would like to see, I would like to see a party or a movement of Black independent affiliation because we are so multifaceted and so powerful. We don't even fucking realize how powerful we are if we pour all of our interest into one
independent. Exactly.
These outliers, people say that whatever, they don't have to be with us. But I really
P, Rob, ask me this. Can y'all answer me this? Has an independent ever won the presidency? I don't know. I'm asking.
Nah,
I don't think so.
Not I'll say this one, not in the modern era. No.
Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead, man.
I'm sorry, Rob. I mean to cut you off.
You know what I like in I like in politics to the Kobe and LeBron debate.
I hate that debate.
I know, right? Everyone hates that debate, right? But if I like LeBron, then I mean I hate Kobe. If I like Kobe, that means I hate LeBron without recognizing that both are great in their own respective right? So like you said, I like the fact that, Kobe has a killer instinct like Mike. I hate the fact that LeBron doesn't have that. You see what I'm saying? But also like the fact that LeBron is a much better player all around than Kobe is. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, okay, if I say those things, I'm just a hater on the other one. So I guess that's how I like in politics. Like it's like you can't have a debate to say, okay, well, let me recognize both of their greatness and also their weaknesses. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what debate is about. Like you said, now we find in the middle somewhere. Whereas, like you said, it's about the people. It's not about whether or not I'm choosing Democrat or Republican because not for nothing, all of it's the same shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all the same. Republicans used to be Democrats. Democrats used to be Republicans. Like it's all the same.
Right. So going to the comments. So I got to say, so Cherie says, I don't think that's it at all. You vote your political interests, just vote. Nobody cares. Just don't complain. I got to disagree. I mean, I agree with
absolutely not
vote, but I disagree because Cherie, you were on my thread and you've been a part of my threads on Facebook where I pose these very same arguments, and then what do people do? What do people do? All I'm doing is presenting a balanced, you know what I'm saying? Because we already know Black people are going to 95. The numbers are out there. It's like 89 to 95% Black people are going to vote Democratic regardless. Bottom line. Period. So when I say something critical of the Democrats, that's actually balanced. You understand what I'm saying? And when you try to bring balance, cognitive dissonance starts coming into play, and people start getting emotional. They start getting mad. Oh,
that's when you mess up the emotions, man.
Dude, did you say something about the Democrats? Oh my God. Are you a Trump supporter? What's wrong with you? I got to unfriend you. Then they start calling my character into play. I'm talking about people that have known me. They've known me for like 25, 30 years.
Yeah, it's not that serious.
They are on some, I might have to cancel Rob shit. I mean,
not because of cancel culture. Man. What it is, they lames because they bought into the cancel culture. That's what it is. They
lame. They lames.
People see, Rob, here, you should not be surprised because it's like this. There's way less chiefs than there is Indians. At the end of the day, people want to be followers. It's easier to follow. So guess
everybody can't be leaders. Like everybody can't be leaders and completely understand that. Like, and that's why I'm like for a party or a segment of a party where these people can follow and they feel like their views are. Most people are not leaders.
Well, we got to realize this too. We got to realize this too. Like when the politics, you have, like you said, it has to deal with what's best for you. If you are a young person out here and you have no responsibilities but yourself, you have no kids, you got your own car, and you're going to work, why should I, being a young person with my own car, worry about somebody not having a cover because they ride the bus? You see what I'm saying? That's that. There's that iffy part, because now I'm paying money for them to cover this bus stop, and I don't even ride the fucking bus. I don't have kids. Why should I have to put my money towards education? You see what I'm saying? Right. And like you said, there is that balance that's there, and you should vote for what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you this: if more of us had making over $300,000 a year, if we were all making over $300,000 a year, our views would be fucking totally different right now. You might not. Like, well, Trump is this motherfucker is some shit. But damn it, when my taxes come around, don't think that. So what you gonna do? Are you not gonna take that fucking tax break? Are you not gonna do that?
I mean, it depends on when you come into your money, though.
But that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying, Bishop, though.
But I'm saying, no. At the end of the day, it's like this, because we understand what poor. We understand what poor is. You dig what I'm saying? So when we come into the, like, if we got into, I would say, if we got rich right now, and we're building that richness to wealth, right? So we're gonna have a more conservative mind as far as let's put money back into these programs. Now, when that money starts to fold over and it comes into our children's and our children's hands, that's when those views change up, because they were born into money. So now they they got that disconnect from ramen noodles. They ain't never had ramen noodles. They ain't never brought them from Walmart. Right. You know what I'm saying? They ain't have to scrape up, 15 cents to make $1, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So when we don't have these experiences, then that's why Keith's like, if you drop $70 million in our hands right now, we're like, okay, well, shit, I'm good with 25 million of this. Take the rest of it and do it, because we understand that we're still rich. This is money that we didn't have. Now you do the reverse of that. You say, yo, you were born with $100 million, and they said, let's take 75 million away from you. Oh, you're gonna like, oh fuck no, because I need this.
You know what? And I gotta say, man, y'all are going off in the comments. It's a lot of great
comments. Yes, you are. Yes,
this week, and I appreciate all of your input, man, and just hanging out with Straight to Tape, man. Thank you, man.
Definitely. And just as I'm with you, I'm sorry, Rob. Just as I'm with you, money shouldn't change your opinion, but it fucking does. Don't think
you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
What, man? I think people have a misconception about money. In my personal opinion, money just makes you more of what you already are, right? Mm-hmm. Like take a person like Kanye West, right? You know what I'm saying? Just became that rap's second billionaire, right? But Kanye back in '90 was the same Kanye that he is today. He just now has a world exposure. Why? Because he has money. Money just made him more the asshole that he already was. It's not taking anything away from him. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, if I was born into money, I don't have an appreciation for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand it. Like, it's just like, okay, I have that expectation, like I'm supposed to have this money, versus we out here trying to go and get it. We're trying to hustle. We're trying to scrape up. We missing meals. We doing this, trying to get that bag, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we have a better appreciation. So we're gonna hoard that money. Like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna keep this over here just so I don't have to go back to that thing that I was at before. Versus if you take my money and I already have it, oh hell no, that's not how it's supposed to work. Like, nah, but money just makes you more of what you already are.
And another thing is, man, we have to stop this thing about wanting to be in love with our political candidate of choice. You understand what I'm saying? It's like Paul said earlier in the comments, politicians got to be like NASA scientists. They see an issue, fix the shit. You understand what I'm saying? And whoever has the best plan for fixing it, that's who we get behind. Like, we got to stop this damn, this blood Crips mentality with these Democrats and Republicans. You know what I mean?
Rob,
and just like, hold on, man. And like Lynn was saying in the comments,
go ahead. Sorry.
And like Lynn was saying in her, because Lynn, I was following you on your page earlier when you were talking about, this very thing. And one of your quotes was, that's my problem with establishment Democrats. Don't assume that my vote is given rather than earned. Bro, we got to start holding these people's feet to the fire, man, and stop just handing them our loyalty, like, for real. And another thing is the lesser of two evils logic is what has gotten us in this predicament where I have to go on Facebook, make a statement about Democrats, then people get all emotional, you know what I'm saying? And then 450 comments later, we still ain't got nowhere. You understand what I'm talking about? Go ahead, P.
You had 450 comments. Damn. Well, look, yeah, I love what Paul brought up. Okay, I love the analogy between the NASA scientists and solving the problem. Okay, we used to have politicians like this. Okay, we used to have a good amount of them in Congress. They were called moderates. They were called moderate Republicans and moderate Democrats. Okay, it's what I've always considered myself, a moderate. That's the reason why I'm unaffiliated. That's the reason why I'm independent. That's the reason why when I go to the poll, okay, I can't tell you the last time I actually voted a straight ticket. Okay,
right.
Because look, when I go to the poll, for those in North Carolina, normally if Steve Troxler is running for the Department of Agriculture, guess what? I'm voting for him. Okay, I think she retired, but Cherie Berry, I'm usually voting for her. Okay, because facts. Have you ever got stuck in the elevator?
Thank you.
Yes, I have, but it was
exactly no. Cherie,
but it was where?
Cherie Berry. It was where? It was in Malaysia, right?
Okay,
it was in North Carolina.
Completely irrelevant to the discussion.
Right. Okay,
in North Carolina, your ass ain't never got stuck in an elevator.
Yo, hold on. Just a couple weeks ago, when someone did the same thing, it was like, yeah, but Muslims were in joint. Key went off. She's like, so she just did the same thing just right then. overseas elevators ain't got to do nothing with American elevators.
but they use monkeys. Monkeys and wheels.
Shut up, Tinker. But I mean, here's my point. Yo, here's my point. As voters, we should be voting for the issues. We should be voting for those that are going to serve our interests. Okay, whether they are Democrat, whether they are Republican. Okay, because the only way we can get anything fixed is not counting on one party and not counting on another party, but counting on coming together. Because the same argument that we can have about about black folk just giving their vote to Republicans, to Democrats, we can have that same argument about white folks blindly giving their votes to Republican candidates that might not even, and a lot of times do not, because it's the same way on the Democrat side, serve your best interest.
Dude, if your ass is in the fucking swamp, fucking capturing alligators and shit, you know what I'm saying? You think fucking Trump is fucking looking out for your fucking well-being, son? For real? And it's like what we said before.
Said it best.
It's like what we said, dude. It's not a Democrat or a Republican thing. It's a rich or poor thing. And once people start realizing, like, yo, I'm white and I'm poor. I'm black. I'm poor. I'm Asian. I'm poor. I'm Muslim. I'm poor. Oh, shit. We need to do something.
You're Muslim.
Exactly. We need to do something. You feel what I'm saying?
And to your point, Tico, I'm gonna go there because Paul, that's in the comments, my homie Paul, he said he posted something where it was a clip of Chuck Schumer on I think it was this week or something. He was talking about African Americans and poor communities don't have adequate health care. I'm talking about the disparities and shit. When you guess who is the ruling party in a lot of those cities? Just take a wild guess. It's Democrats, fam. Like, for real. Like, straight up. Like let's start keeping it a buck, man. You know what I mean? I'm just here trying to bring balance, and it's gonna be painful sometimes. You ain't gonna like me. You're gonna try to unfriend me. I don't give a fuck. And that's just the bottom line. We're gonna have to come to some type of, you know what I'm saying, awakening. And to everybody's point, being an independent voting bloc that votes issues and is not beholden and dependent on these political parties. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Take it away.
So
ignorance is bliss.
It takes work to do that, though.
And that's what they don't. And that's the problem, Key. They don't.
Right. It takes work to do that. It takes work to research your candidates, determine how they align with your personal. And I'm not even gonna say Black community. I'm asking people to determine for themselves and their families what's important to you, and align that with the proper candidate. If we all do that, we'll be good. Like we'll be good.
Right.
But that takes work, and people are not willing to do the work necessary to do that. So they just go in the voting booth and they do they vote one party ticket and then walk out like they've done their civic duty. And I'll say that that's not your civic duty.
Exactly.
Just to vote for a Republican or just to vote for a Democrat.
Exactly.
You need to decide what you want and how to get there, and align the candidates with who's going to do that, who's promising to do that for you. And then on the other side of the election, hold them motherfuckers accountable. Like hold them accountable. That takes work, and people are not willing to do that work.
Yeah, because we get so bombarded by the fucking damn, the ads, all the shit. It overwhelms us. The debates, the town halls. You're breaking me from watching Murder, She Wrote because the motherfucking damn, the debate's coming on. Or, you know what I'm saying? Huh? Yeah, I do. But anyway,
I swear to God, I pay extra during election season. Like I'd pay a good $10 to $15 extra not to see political ads on my TV during election season.
And that wears people down, and people just like, you know what, fuck it. But you have to, your mental, you have to fight through that shit, man. You have to fight through all that bullshit and read, you know what I'm saying, and study and talk to people and find out who these people are and what they're doing for you and your family, man. And that's the crazy thing about it. I'm an independent too, and I hate everybody equally though. But anyway, it's like, dude, now I'm in another zone. All my kids are grown. They're out of the house. I'm single. I'm by myself. I'm by myself. So do I feel as though a way that, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate, because I had kids, I will put that money back into the, into the community, into the schools. I get that. But if I have that right to be like, well, yo, dude, I could save a little bit more money. Why should I my kids are doing what the fuck they doing? You know what I'm saying? I did my job. Why should I
help my kids
out? That money? Exactly. Why should I help? You know what I'm saying? Bishop just had a baby. Why should I, you know what I'm saying, help him out? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's that whole thing. You have that right to, but you have to figure out what's good for you and what's in your heart, what type of person you are. You know what I'm saying? I love kids. I've always, you know what I'm saying? My mom had a daycare. I've always been around kids. I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm a teacher and I give back because I know the future. I know how it is for the future.
Right.
But at the same token, I got a car and I'm driving. I don't drive the bus. Again, I'm going back to the same point. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they ain't have fucking covers on them bus stops in the 90s when I was riding the bus. You know what I'm saying? Right. Why should I be worried about them having a cover now? I'm driving. But at the same token, I used to ride the bus. Mm-hmm. So I know how it is to sit down when it's raining, waiting for a fucking bus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you say, Ron, it's about how you are in yourself and how those political views are towards you, man. And if people stop just being like so fucking lazy and just being like, yo, and I'm not talking blacks, I'm talking everybody. America is just that way. Stop being lazy, and we could have a balance of Republicans. We could have a balance of Democrats that do the shit for the people. not for the companies, not for the, you know what I'm saying, not for the, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but for
special interests.
Exactly, special, but for the people. And keep and we should be like, yo, you said that you was gonna motherfucking do this, you didn't do this. You know what I'm saying? We should have some type of fucking damn. We should have some type of fucking damn return policy type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You ain't doing what the fuck you doing, yo.
Listen, and again, man, I gotta give y'all major. Like y'all are like really bringing heat in the comments, man, and I love it. Thank y'all, man. So I want to begin to start putting a bow on this segment so we can move on. And we do have a guest. I want to get Rob's final thoughts on this. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna move on. But like Tracy said, it's on the voters. We can't keep voting candidates in and then walk away. We must hold them accountable. And Cherie says we have to hold ourselves accountable as well. Facts. All facts. It's like stop falling in line. Like stop voting issues just because the Democrats told you the issues or the Republicans handed you the issues. Vote important issues. You understand what I'm saying? That are for the people. Not just because there are issues that are important to you, not because the damn Democrats handed it to you. And again, again, this is my way of bringing balance. I have to bring balance and say to us, to black people, stop just handing these motherfuckers your votes and then walking away and not holding them accountable. Because you know what happens? What happens is, again, pointing back to what Paul stated, that Chuck Schumer shit. We know that there's a huge disparity of healthcare in the African American community, and it's Democrats that are in a lot of those fucking cities.
It's been known, though.
Let's keep it a buck. Rob, wrap this one up, man. We're gonna move on, bro.
Listen, man, I think you guys kind of hit it on the head. It's that accountability, is understanding how this game actually works. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when we go to the polls, we're just going to take that picture of the sticker to say I voted, to throw it up on social media. You know what I'm saying? To let you know, but yeah, you voted, but what the fuck did you vote for? You know what I'm saying? Or who did you vote for? Do you even know? Do you even know, you know what I'm saying, who's in the governor's race? You know what I'm saying? Do you even know who your local politicians are? Do you understand that, like, that's the power? Like, these are the people, like you said, have you ever got stuck in an elevator in North Carolina? Hell no. But you always see that damn picture when as soon as you get in the elevator, like, oh, that's her. That's her. She's doing her thing, right? But at the end of the day, it's like you have to understand how politics work. You know what I'm saying? And educate yourself. I mean, Google is your friend. If nothing else, like you said, if I see that damn commercial one more time about such and such and such and such, damn, all right, well, fuck it. I might as well just vote for him because you have the most compelling ad of the thousands that are rolling up in front of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Versus understanding, okay, this is what's really happening. Like you said, man, okay, it's a huge disparity, and you know what I'm saying, in the healthcare within the African American community. But we're still voting Democrat, and they're still not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? So I think people have to understand they have to get off their ass, man. And, you know, a lot of us, present party included, and understand what these real issues are. It's not a Democratic thing. It's not a Republican thing. The issue is just what it is. So if you're not understanding, if you're not voting to that issue, we're going to be fucked up, man. Like, or continue to be fucked up.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the unpopular opinion. And look, man, before we jump over this, I just got one thing to say. You know, for those that are always giving Rob heat on his page, okay, and even the ones that decided to unfollow, let me just go in and say this, just because this is my best friend, and I've known him forever, and I understand him. Quit looking at the window dressing. All right, look in the window and see exactly what he's saying.
Look through the window.
Yo, because go ahead, P. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Look in the window. See exactly what he's saying. Because you might realize, one, he's saying something that you need to hear, and two, he's saying the same thing that you actually are thinking or should be thinking. Just making sure you think it. That's all.
Growth be hurting motherfuckers, yo. That damn growth be hurting. And why you bullshitting and why you bullshitting around?
Look, Rob is
just even in this conversation, going through the comments and listening to you all, I have changed my views on something, because you know what I'm saying, I'm open-minded to that. I'm like, yeah, you absolutely right. That does make sense. You know what I'm saying? Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me check myself. You know what I'm saying? Because and I appreciate that. And more people need to be like that. Stop putting your fucking feelings. Stop putting your fucking feelings on your motherfucking damn sleeves and shit.
Like,
exactly. Right. But the difference between Rob and those people are that those people think that all of their friends have to think and be alike, and that's the worst place you can be. Like, that's the worst place you can be. It is unworldly. Those people have never traveled outside of the United States. They fucking probably haven't traveled outside their own state or community to see how other people live, to see how other people think. So just let those people go, because they're closed-minded and they're not willing to open their minds to anything else other than what they feel like is the best for their life. So,
and if you don't want to look at the news, if you don't want to read the news, look at the news. Get you a friend that knows about the news, because God daggone it, Perry.
That's the problem.
Just have a friend, because Perry is that dude for us. When I don't feel like listening to this politic bullshit and all this going on, you know what I'm saying? I can count on Perry. You know what I'm saying? Just in regular conversation, just to bring the shit up. You feel what I'm saying?
Listen, Perry is a human.
And ladies and gentlemen.
Perry's a human encyclopedia of politics, of current events and news, of sports, Marvel, DC, pro wrestling. I mean, this dude knows everything.
Hip hop. Come on.
Yo, Rob, he's the only dude that we knew that read a whole newspaper from the front of the page to the back. Motherfucker read the obituary.
Back when there were newspapers.
And ladies and gentlemen, remember, Wu-Tang is for the children.
Yes, Wu-Tang.
Coronavirus is not.
Okay. Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang is for the children. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at something that's that's been a main topic of our past two shows. Let's see what's going on in the latest in the Ahmaud Arbery and the Breonna Taylor murder case. So we got a third arrest. We got a third. Shut up, Raphael. We got shut up, Raphael. We got a third arrest. William Roddy Bryan Jr. of Brunswick, Georgia, was charged with felony murder and attempt to commit false imprisonment of Ahmaud Arbery. This is the guy that had the camera. This is the guy that recorded,
hey,
what
P.
was going on. Yeah.
P.
Yeah.
Were the other two charged with felony murder? Were the McMichaels charged with felony murder? Does anybody know?
No, I can check real quick, but I
believe
charges felony murder.
Charges make a difference. Like, it's way easier to prove felony murder than it is like second degree.
Right.
But continue. Yes, Roddy and his badass haircut. He's the one that did the video recording.
Fucked up haircut.
And it's interesting because the articles that I've read have said nothing about him cocking a gun. Like, you hear the sound of a cocking gun in the recording, but a lot of times police don't release what they know to the media, blah blah blah. But yes, he instantly, after he released the video, or I don't know, I can't really follow the provenance of how the video got out. I think that my thoughts are that he sent it to some people like, hey, look at what happened. And then someone with a sympathetic heart and a sound mind leaked it.
Right.
But after it was
actually, remember, it was the lawyer that leaked it, okay? Because he thought that this would exonerate the McMichaels. Okay?
Yeah.
But I'm sure it was shared around in their little chat.
And just let's go back to what you just said. Like, there's a difference there's a clear line between the different types of humans here that live in this here United States.
Mm-hmm.
anyone would see that video, and I try to look at things with a clear mind and not noting that he's black or they're white or whatever. Anyone would have questions about the video. To think that releasing that video would exonerate, like basically, oh, they ain't doing nothing wrong. That's a whole culture of people that live in this here United States that are in positions of power, in government, in law, bank loaning. Like, there's a whole culture, and I'm not going to even call it a subculture because it's out in the open, of people that look at that video, white people that look at that video and think this is exonerating for the McMichaels. Just chew on that a bit. Like, not even in the question. Like the questionable people, I'm kind of okay with. I need more detail, or what happened before, what happened after.
Go ahead,
but the people that look at that video and think that these motherfuckers are exonerated, like they ain't do nothing wrong.
But I'm gonna put it to you like this. And I said this on Facebook, and like Rob, I had like literally like 1,000 comments underneath. And as it relates to that video, the McMichaels didn't get arrested because, you know, law enforcement saw the video. They got arrested because we saw the video.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it was like, and not for nothing, unfortunately, that video may, in fact, if they can chop that video up enough, or they can find enough little loopholes in that video, then it may be the video that actually ends up exonerating these two individuals, or these three individuals at this point. We all saw what happened. They're leaving out the part in which they was actually, the guy in the car was actually radioing ahead to say, okay, well, if you stop right here, he's running up. Like, I think that's the part that they're chopping off for the video. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, again, they didn't get arrested because they shot and law enforcement saw the video, because they had the shit for months, right? Yeah. It's when it got leaked and we saw it, then it was like an uproar, like, oh, yo, wait. You can't not arrest them at this point. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all didn't get the book. Y'all didn't get the book, the do's and don'ts for whites.
Right.
You know, you don't supposed to look them in the eyes. You're supposed to put your head down. You don't whistle at them. You don't, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you can't sit still. You can't cook out. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, again, that goes with the argument we had last week. What the fuck, man? Dude, come on, man.
My thing is these secondary videos is coming out about Ahmaud. Like, they're trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to the point is, he had run-ins with the law and everything like that. Yeah. They had
a run-in, and it wasn't even a run-in. It was harassment.
Where they harassed him or whatever, and they tried to tase him, and he tased incorrectly. That shit was hilarious. I was like, how the hell they trained you? Right. You are my police force. I pay, and you don't know how to tase a person correctly? That's the reason why you pull your gun out, because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's like this, because let's face it, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, we have a lot of great police officers and people in law enforcement, but it's that percentage of cats used to get bullied in high school that I'm gonna go to the police department and I'm gonna show my power because I got the badge. First of all, this is why we need to start getting our kids participation trophies and letting these motherfuckers know how to fight. Like, because, you know what I'm saying, like, for real, because that changes you as a person. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose, win to stand up for yourself. Those things right there should be ingrained in every child. So that's what. That way you don't have bullies. You know what I'm saying? The world ain't perfect. So when someone changes up for you, guess what? Bullies go away. Then you know what happens is you get a sound mind police officer that don't have a power trip.
Right. What if I go? What if I go back to a white person and be like, well, let me go back to their record. Oh, you got a speeding ticket. Oh, you got you ran a red light. Oh, so you ran a red light. That just means you don't listen to authority.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's just fucking stupid, man. It's just
like
that
in the news feed, they always got to bring up someone. Yo, this is the running with the law. First of all, me having a run-in-law with on Thursday has nothing to do with me getting shot on Friday.
Exactly.
Right.
Has nothing to do with
when I wasn't ticketed, I wasn't arrested. Like
Right.
there's nothing there. And I bring y'all back to the fucking Harambe gorilla massacre where they killed the gorilla and the little black boy was in a cage, and then his daddy wasn't with him at the zoo. It was his mama. And the next day in the papers, you see his daddy's, who wasn't there again, fucking arrest record.
Right.
In articles across the internet that has nothing to do with it. Like the demonization of black people is perpetuated through the fucking media.
Like I like to say this though, right here. I like to say whatever every $1 million company, every $1 billion company that is out right now is a direct link from slavery. You know what I'm saying? It was like let's talk about this. Like every company in America has slavery blood on its hands throughout the years. Now that's an absolute fact. I don't care what you say.
Not Chick-fil-A.
You know what I'm saying? What? Come on now. Where did you get that chicken from? Where you
Jesus chicken.
chicken?
That's the Lord's chicken, bro. Hold on.
Hold up, buddy.
Thank you.
I
can't even get that on Sunday. What the fuck?
And they're selling family meal deals too right now.
That was funny, Rob.
Well, listen, but they like the shit.
I mean, I got if I gotta go to go ahead.
Okay, but so it's like this.
I was gonna say,
right. But I'm saying, and I say that to say this because an example that they use is a lot on Fox News when they talk about Jay-Z. Oh, Jay-Z used to sell crack. Now he's a billionaire. You know what he did? He did the same shit that America did. He took something illegal. He took something illegal and moved it up. So it's like this. So it ain't not everybody's perfect. So it's like this. Again, the $1 billion that Jay-Z has right now can be linked back to crack. But guess what? That shit that he did in the 80s don't got shit to do with the money he's doing right now.
And crack money ain't that long. It's not that long. It's not like Northern Pacific long or Norfolk Southern long. It's not that long. And it's not based on free labor and fucking burning businesses down.
Not even us, Keisha. Not even us. Like you say, let's go for Nike. Nike wasn't back in the days of slavery, but they're using slavery. They're using the whole slavery of overseas. They're making sneakers for damn $15-11 and shit.
I wouldn't call it slavery. I'd call it taking advantage of
taking advantage of something. But you know what I'm saying? It's that same mentality. It's that say, well, we didn't get paid. You know what I'm saying? Probably paid no mind, but we ain't get paid. But
and crack money, and crack money is, let's be real, crack money is just living check by check. That's all it is. And that's all it's ever have been.
Well, you know what Biggie said, you better get that credit.
Hey Rob, jump in anytime, bro.
Yeah, Rob.
Listen, man, I just feel like that whole situation, man, is just it's a coup, man. Like they're trying to, it's the character assassination, right? Mm-hmm. Like, okay, that because like when you watch that second video, like he's clearly saying like, yo, I'm just fucking frustrated, man. I had a long day at work. I'm sitting in my car. I'm not doing anything to anybody. I'm just chilling. I'm on my 30-minute. I ain't have to work today. I don't work 13 days straight. And the one day I don't have to work, I just want to sit in my car and watch the fucking birds chirp. Right. And here you come fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? So he was just frustrated. But that also makes you look like the angry black man because he's in the cop's face. Why the fuck you? Why? Why don't you just leave me the fuck alone? And it's all these F bombs and boom, 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 boom. So now, okay. So is that why? You know what I'm saying? They just automatically pulled out the gun and shot him and like with no like, okay, let's just try to detain him because he's that angry black man when he's clearly been running for like the past 4 miles. You've been chasing this kid. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that character assassination. It always happens. You just brought up the conversation about Jay-Z. This man is a billionaire. But what you remember him for, what you want to liken him to is selling crack in the 80s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when that's America, that's what we were doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like
and taking away from the crack in the 80s. And taking away from his skills as you know what I'm saying, like as a rapper.
You're not talking about the scholarships that him and his mom have had for the past 20 years. You're not talking about putting all the inner city kids in school, like I said, for well over 20 years now. You're not talking about that. You know what I'm saying? You're not talking about this you know what I'm saying, buying title and, you know, all my masters back and giving this person, that person a job, and everyone around me millionaires. And
we don't get to rehabilitate.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not talking about that. We're talking about you selling an ounce of crack back in the 80s. like fuck out of here, man.
We don't categorically, black men especially do not get to rehabilitate themselves. They don't. Right. And it's funny because the black community is so forgiving, back to the whole Joe Biden thing and many other examples before that, but black men don't get to rehabilitate. They don't get to make bad choices and then make 80 million good choices after that and rehabilitate their lives and become a whole new person. Like, we don't get to do that. Woody Allen.
I mean, fuck Woody Allen. Tim Allen. You remember Tim Allen, Tim the Tool Man?
The
biggest fucking drug kingpin in the world at one point. And now he got damn Home Improvement. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. He's talking to an invisible man over the fence. Fuck out of here, man. Like, no. Nah. Right. But like you said, I mean, we also have to be cognizant of that. Like, we don't get that second chance to make that first impression, like ever. It don't matter. We can
to ourselves, even to our own people.
That's my point. I think, and we do that to ourselves. So it's like, that's crazy.
Yeah, look at. I'm gonna bring up a name. Look at Mike Vick, man. Mike Vick is still paying for that
don't fuck with. Listen, no, Rob, do not fuck with white people and their dogs, man. I don't like. It's just that, like you said, you didn't get the white people handbook. You just do not fuck with white people, and not even their dogs, your dogs, because they feel like your dog is their dog. Like,
see, that's why I told my kids, you know what I'm saying, when you leave the house, always strap a poodle to your back or chihuahua.
Boy, you stupid. But no, I mean, but you know,
that's a perfect example, Rob. That's a perfect example. He's got the laundry list of things that he's done since he committed that crime and was convicted of it. He's been to jail, had his whole life taken away. He has paid more money in fees and fines and donations than most of us will ever see in our lives. Was
he even there though? Like, he wasn't even there, right?
He wasn't there. He wasn't there.
It was his brothers, right?
Yeah, he was funding it. It was happening on his property.
It was his money,
but he wasn't.
It was his money,
there.
And he wasn't even there. He was like out beating the Philadelphia Eagles or something, right?
Right.
He won't. When he was with Atlanta.
But you got to realize.
Pause.
Y'all got to realize that he had a fucking
pause. Mike Vick has never beaten the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, Rob, you stupid.
Why you do that, Rob? Why you do that? But he's done more for the fucking
beating the
rescue dogs, humane societies, SPCA that one person probably has ever done in the history of time.
Right.
And still, and I y'all know I'm about logic. I'm super emotional, but I'm about logic. And these people still don't want to, they're not okay with it. And it's completely, when it boils down to it, it's completely because his skin is black. Like, there's nothing other than that can explain why people are so adamant against him.
Are they going to put him in the Hall of Fame with an asterisk? What are they going to do with that?
Okay, Tico, I know you were about to make a point, Tico, and I do want to hear I cut you off. I'm sorry. I want to hear what you got to say. Amber says, but he got back in the NFL. Yeah, he did get back in the NFL. We're talking about, because he paid.
Court of public opinion.
He right. As far as the court of public opinion, Michael Vick is the lowest of the lowest scum on the earth right now to this very day.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, people hate this dude, yo, and
in the Pro Bowl.
He has
Pro Bowl.
He has more than paid his debt to society for what he did. He has more than been compensated.
Animal society.
He has more
people and animal.
He has more than done what he's supposed to do. You know,
He might have did his time in people time, but he ain't do his time in dog years.
That's what I'm saying. Like them dog years, baby. Those are dog years. Yo.
It's like, because what it is, I'm gonna put it like this, because people love their pets, right? People love their animals when they're cute, because you fighting cute things. Pit bulls are cute. They're pretty dogs, and you're fighting them, and you know what I mean. And people did all this right here because people got on the pit bull front and they start saying, no, this is a good breed and everything. And you put your life and soul into raising your pit bulls to make them, you know what I mean, non-aggressive dogs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? To change that stigma. So what I'm saying is right, yeah, you got the right to be angry at Michael Vick. Okay. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, fuck them dogs. You know what I mean? Fuck every dog in America. Like, honestly, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is? You know what it is? Because in the life of Bishop Omega, you know what goes first when it comes down to starvation? The pets. Yeah, if there ain't no food in the grocery store, guess who's getting eaten first? The dog. You know what I'm saying?
Look, dude.
You know right, Amber.
Omega, you about to get us.
Y'all know I got two.
I'm just gonna talk over Omega because he talking crazy right now.
You know I got two.
I'm not eating Cooper. I'm sorry.
Definitely take around the corner and
I'm not gonna do it.
Cooper straight stir fry.
I would definitely.
And I have a rabbit.
Yeah, I told Key her rabbit is fat, yo. Like for real. Like I told her, it looks real good between two pieces of bread, many a times.
Man, fuck dog.
You've been scouting her rabbit.
Huh?
You've been scouting the rabbit.
Since I got the fucking rabbit. I've had that rabbit 3 years, and him and a couple other friends like, that rabbit looks look tasty.
Mm-hmm.
And I know where it's been and it's caged in.
That's country. That's country.
It ain't free range rabbit. That's
right,
free range rabbit.
That's North Carolina, boy.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go off for a little bit and come back on because it's thundering out here.
Oh, yeah, just stop talking about it and go. Go inside. Yeah. Stop talking about it. Go.
Yeah, because I don't want you to get struck by lightning.
Exactly. And we don't even see that. Yo, we don't even see that on video, even though that will make us go viral like a mug.
So much better.
Stay on.
You got a couple of minutes, baby. You got a couple of minutes to stay on. Oh shoot.
Y'all ain't shit. First of
all, y'all know when she's gone. When she's gone, all things are okay. So let's take this time. Let's take this time.
No, Tico.
Since mom is out, since mom is gone, let's take this time.
No. We're not gonna do this live.
Let's do the podcast.
We're not gonna do
it.
No,
do it our way.
We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it because you know what happens every time she leaves. We veer left, and then people will be like, "What the hell is going on?" No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna stay on topic. You got it.
Hold up. Rob was trying to make a point a second ago.
I was actually just talking. I was talking about the rain, man. Like it's been thundering. That's why you guys keep seeing me look back. Like it was a fucking torrential downpour. So it must have moved.
Here too. It's been thundering and lightning here too. But again, man, just going back to, just using Mike Vick as an example, man. That dude, he's the prime example of the fact that a lot of people lack forgiveness in their own hearts, because all of these people that hate Mike Vick to this day, you understand what I'm saying? Felicia said, "I'm monitoring the situation."
Thanks, babe. Thanks, babe.
But a lot of people, it's Cherie talking about I snitch. Look, y'all ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are not gonna be allies with
Don't
people,
get blocked.
okay?
Don't get blocked, okay? Don't get blocked, okay?
But again, all of these people that hate Mike Vick's guts, you understand, even after he has paid his debt to society, you understand what I'm saying? What skeletons do you have in your closet?
But yo, you know
what is it that you want to be forgiven for? I know you got something that you want to be forgiven for. So let Mike Vick off the hook.
We all do.
Everybody does.
So why does Robert Downing Jr. get to come back and
he's Iron Man?
Exactly. And Mike Vick doesn't. Robert Downey Jr. been in jail numerous of times.
He was a fuck up. He's getting high, and he was
no disrespect to him. No disrespect to him. No disrespect to him. I mean, he changed his shit. He got his shit together. I applaud him on that right there. But I'm just saying, though, you know what I'm saying? Vic has done a lot of shit since then too. So you know what I'm saying? Give the man his just dues, and you know what I'm saying? Judge him as his shit now.
Well, he's outside of Vic, yeah, man. Outside of Vic being Ron Mexico, and the dog situation, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you remember he was going, you know what I'm saying? He was giving people the herpes or whatever they said that. That was the only scandal besides the dog situation. Him being Ron Mexico with herpes and the dog situation. Man, it's like this. Like at the end of the day, that dude hasn't done anything. He beat nobody up in the elevator. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, hold on. He did that is the cardinal sin, bro. Like it doesn't matter. You do not mess with white people and dogs. Period. Like I don't give a damn. Yeah, all we can talk about everything else. We can talk about drugs. We can talk about being a drug kingpin. You can talk about all these things that you will somehow be forgiven for slightly. But if you mess with a white person and their dogs, I think someone said in the comments, dogs get more precedence than babies. Like literally kids. Like they become your own. Like, no, you cannot touch these white people.
Dude. This is right. You got fanatical people. This is what happens. Hold on. Because what it is, you got fanatical people about their dogs. And when you're passionate about something, you're loud about it. So those are the loudest voices. Dude. You know what I'm saying? And then you just get, then what you do is this right here. Because it starts as a subset. Oh, I like dogs. And there's 3 people that like dogs. And they're loud. Like, we're really passionate. And then they realize that there's other subsets of people that think just like them. Now these motherfuckers think this shit is normal. It's normalized. Like, oh shit, we got our own group now. Yay, dogs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna get PETA involved in it and everything like that. Like, honestly, like at the end of the day, a dog is a steak that you like. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, all animals are meat. And that's what it is.
Omega, you're not gonna do this right now.
Yeah, he totally on something totally different.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You are not gonna do this right now.
Yeah. But look here, man. But look here, dog. Whenever a fucking dog has more rights than a fucking human, it's fucking crazy. If you don't pick up dog shit, you get penalized for it. Back in my days when we used to find a dog, you know what I'm saying? We used to find a dog and ask your mom, "Could you bring him? Could you have him?" And they would shit in the yard. It stayed in the fucking yard because you know what I'm saying. If he shit it while you was walking, he just shit it because shit is fertilizer. You know what I'm saying? But no, you need a bag. You need a bag. You need to physically bend down, pick this hot ass piece of shit up, carry it along with you while you walk your animal, take them back inside, and then take the shit and put it in the trash can. Isn't that some motherfucking? That's the craziest fucking. That's fucking crazy.
But y'all know, okay, we talk about white people and stuff like that, you know, and their dogs. We love our dogs too. You feel me?
Oh yeah, we do.
Have you ever all the brothers here on the panel? You know what I'm saying? Key's gone.
Yeah.
All the brothers here on the panel. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you are not gonna get us in trouble, man. What the hell you doing? What the hell you doing, Rob?
Have y'all okay, and Perry, I gotta kind of exclude you right now, but y'all ever talk to a sister with a single sister with a dog?
Yeah.
And
I've used my dog before.
I'm no comment.
And that dog, that dog, pretty much, you understand what I'm saying, is much more important than your ass.
Yeah.
Admit it. Fellas.
Yeah.
The dog cock blocks. Yeah. The dog is the chief cock blocker of them all.
Absolutely.
I don't know, man. Cats, man. Cats do this shit too.
No,
cats are assholes.
Yeah, cats are assholes. Cats will sit there and watch you fuck, and I can't stand that shit. I'm like, what do you do something with that? You know what I'm saying? The cat just look at you like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
And I love cats, but they will. Yeah, cats are assholes. Cats are assholes. But I'm saying, man, listen, bro. Y'all try to talk to a sister with a dog, especially them sisters with them pits. Oh my god, man. Oh man. You ain't getting no action with a sister with a pit, bro.
First of all, because if that mug, that's like I said, a pit bull has always been a pit bull. If he snapped, he might be calm. But if you feel like you're doing a wrong thing in his house, it's over for you.
Yeah.
Once he locked, baby, it's over.
Yeah. I was having relationships with a woman one time, and her dog had happened to jump on the bed and, like, you know what I'm saying, just lick me in the ass, and that shit was fucking just. It was weird but exciting at the same time.
You know what?
For the simple fact that because I thought in my mind of minds, I was like, yo, is this another? You know what I'm saying? In my mind of mine, I was like, yo, is this another one of her girlfriends coming in? I was like, yo, is this one of her girlfriends coming in? Maybe we can have a threesome or something. But when it happened to look back, it was the dog, and I had to like push the dog out of the fucking way and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that first initial lick was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It was interesting. But at the same token, when I saw it, I'm not down with bestiality and shit like that. But yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is a comedian. Tico the Gallo.
That's jokes, but they be real shit in these jokes. It be real
life shit is the funniest.
Yeah. Hey, Felicia said pets don't talk back. We do. I mean, come on, fam.
Really?
Like,
I like that because
and also, Sherry, don't get blocked. Don't get blocked.
Hey, Cherie, look.
Don't get blocked.
I'm actually the showrunner, but Keisha is the hip hop mom, so she has a lot of say on what we do. And I know we're off topic, and we kind of put a bow on that, didn't we? We kind of, you know, what I'm saying, the conversation evolved.
I thought we did.
Yeah. So don't be trying to.
Jeremy, you sick.
Show running.
Jeremy, you are sick. You are sick. Okay?
Then he got a point though. Look, not for nothing. Look, you said it. I'm thinking it. Look, that jiffy money.
Wow. I know, Cherie. I know you joking. Yo, y'all are crazy, man. Jeremy, you wild.
Jeremy, if I come to your house and you got gerbils and hamsters, brother, I'm looking at you totally different.
Yeah, listen.
Extra crunchy. You got Jif. Y'all got to get that Jif.
I'm telling you, big.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about. Them big letters.
That Jif, yo.
Hey, look, y'all. We love y'all in the comments, man. We just joking. It's just banter. You know,
we just serious. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. We still there.
But also at the same time, this is what happens when the mom is not on the show. Okay, and sometimes you got to get used to that because, look, man, we dudes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry.
It's just fuck talk, man.
This is what happens when you leave a room full of dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, bottom line, you know, hey, but much love to y'all in the comments again, man. Y'all are wild as hell.
We were crazy.
Hanging out strong. You know, Tracy earlier. Amy came through again. She's a regular. Came through. If you still here. If I called your name and you still here, give us a big up in the comments again, man. Latricia was here. Where's Candace? We missed her. Oh, was Candace today?
No, I didn't see Candace.
Candace didn't roll with us today.
We ain't seen Jamal.
I'll say this.
Facebook.
I'll say this. A lot of
Jasmine.
I'll say this, Rob. You know, there was some of our regulars that are not with us, but we got some new folk here that that have stepped up in the comments. So look, definitely appreciate it.
Oh,
please, please make sure you're following us, okay? Because all we're trying to do is be your favorite podcast. We wild out, but at the same time, we want to make you think as well. Okay,
that's right.
And while we're talking about thinking, Tico.
Yes.
You had anything weird for us today?
In all actuality, I do.
Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tico's Theater of the Weird.
Unfortunately, this weirdness is for Keisha, but she's not here.
Wait, hold on.
Yes, she is.
Boy, let me tell you, boy, God is good all the time. Here, yo.
Yeah.
All the time?
All the time.
That was a lot. That I just
so
go ahead.
So, century-year-old law in Virginia is being repealed by the Virginia legislators. And that law is cursing.
Cursing?
It was a misdemeanor to curse down in Virginia. If you let the F-bomb go out, you getting fined $250.
What?
Yeah.
Look, that happened a lot, and it was enforced a lot during Black Bike Week in Virginia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how they use that. That's how they use it. Yeah.
I got so many fucking tickets at Black Bike Week though, for noise violation.
Oh yeah,
I know all the cursing rules.
I got arrested for videotaping cars. They said I was exciting a riot. But anyway, in 1792, this law was in effect in Virginia, and back then the price was 83 cents. So inflation hit that motherfucker to the highest, and that shit is now $250 fucking dollars.
Wow.
So they're going to repeal that shit and try to get that shit taken care of, and you know, who knows, man? You know.
Like, I want to know who made cuss words. And why?
That's a great point.
You know what, Bishop? I was writing a joke about that. Like, I was figuring, like, who came up with the word, like, you know what I'm saying, like nigga. Like, maybe it was just a dude on the porch sitting there watching the slaves go by, and he was like, the dude, maybe the slave name was like Nathan or something like that, and he was like, he had Tourette's, was like, nigga. And it just
Nathan.
And it like stuck or some shit like that.
You get nigga out of Nathan.
Nigga. You know.
Wait a minute. Hold, stop, pause all this shit, right? So when I was making my transition, so me and Cooper wouldn't get struck by lightning, because Cooper was the first one to alert me that there was a storm coming. He's my dog. I had heard that did y'all really add a monkey?
A monkey?
Oh, add a monkey? What do you mean?
A monkey?
Y'all ain't add a monkey?
See, that's how that falsification of the information.
Oh, y'all acted a monkey. I can't remember.
Oh,
y'all acted a monkey.
Acted a monkey. No.
Yeah.
Why would a group of black men get together? We start playing
around. Did you say we came from monkeys?
That's what I heard.
You did. All humans did.
Why we got to come from monkeys? You know what I'm saying? Why we got to be
monkeys? You're a fucking monkey. Yeah. Because you're a fucking monkey.
See. And look, you got people in the comments that's trying to hold you down and shit.
Yeah. You did. Yeah.
Anyway,
you guys are stitches, 69s, all of you.
Yeah.
But not
yet. Yeah. This is look. Treat us like we
I got a couple of text messages on my phone.
So you got text messages of how we were acting when you were going. Come
text
on,
messages. Really?
Come on.
I mean, hip hop mom, people gonna snitch.
Rob, we can't be mad because they already said they snitch. We can't get mad because they already said it on the comments. I snitch. So.
Cherie, I'm gonna block your ass.
Yeah, Cherie. Yo, Cherie, friend me and then send me a message. I'm gonna get yeah. I can't even I saved my own life without these niggas acting like monkeys.
Hey, look, but to Bishop's point, as far as who decided what words were quote unquote cuss words, and I think those words are defined as cuss, cuss cuss words instead of curse words. I think there's a difference. I think curse words, like you're actually wishing something bad on somebody, that's a curse. But if you say, you know what I'm saying,
you're damned.
Well, no. You'd have to go back, Rob, to like, your mother is a four-legged dog, a female dog. You can't say that. So you just say bitch, because that's what you know what I'm saying? That is the correct word for a female dog, is a bitch. So you know what I'm saying? So it's amazing when girls are like, that's my bitch. Yeah, you a female dog. You calling yourselves female dogs. If you want to look at it in the Queen's English, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it just takes too long to say your mother is a female dog. That doesn't hit hard as like your mother's a bitch. What?
It's son of a bitch.
Yes, right. I mean, exactly, Rob. Exactly. You son of a bitch. You son of a female dog.
Did any of you guys ever watch dog shows?
Yeah, I love it. I used to make drink games off of them. Every time they said bitch, I would drink.
Right. They say bitch on a regular basis on
Exactly.
So they're like, oh, that's a pretty bitch.
Yeah, exactly. And I watched it. Yeah. Wow.
She's a healthy bitch.
He's a healthy
bitch. That bitch has a nice coat. Look at that.
Right. Look at the stride on that bitch's
coat.
I'm gonna go to the club and say that shit. I'm gonna start going to the club and just stroke girls' hair, like, you know what I'm saying? This bitch has a healthy mane. Yeah.
Manes are for horses, coats are for dogs. Get it right.
Well, you know.
Beautiful coat.
That we go.
Has a healthy coat.
It has a beautiful coat.
But anyway, I mean the etymology of cuss words, it's fascinating because then you know, you were talking about the Wokimans earlier. You can hear a lot of Wokimans in a lot of their dissertations. They love to say that the word fuck.
Yes, Wokimans have dissertations.
Of course,
Wokimans got dissertations.
They say it's an acronym for fornication under consent of the king, and that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
What?
I've heard for unlawful.
Yo, run that back.
I heard unlawful. Yeah.
Hold tight. So I've always heard, Rob, that it's called fornication under consent of the king.
That's just fuck.
It's just fuck. It's no deep science behind it. It's no acronym. It doesn't stand for nothing. It's just fuck. You understand what I'm saying? Okay,
what I want to say, can I say this right here? So,
hey, what are you trying to say with your whack ass internet over there in Greenville?
His internet is trash.
Yeah, your shit is trash, bro. Where you at? You need to do this.
He got that beanie. He got that beanie man. That beanie man in
I know what the hell going on.
I see no that's before, and then I see that that's like this. I see no.
You said you got that beanie man internet. Go ahead, bitch.
In Jamaica. Jamaica.
He paused. Look at that shit. That is something else. He's frozen.
Yo, they said fuck was invented in damn 1475. They were using the word fuck in 1475.
Well, if you look at old movies like those period movies, you know what I'm saying, like that are set in, you know, way old times. They were
like medieval type shit, like
they were saying words like fuck, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's
nailed.
You know, they're trying to be realistic as far as the etymology of those words. But
that's interesting, man.
Yo, it's just like what I'm saying is this right here. Like, we take words that could have meant something else back in the day, it means something now. Like, if you say the word, if you drop the F-bomb or whatever, the other F-bomb, which is really honestly power sticks or slang word for a cigarette in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to say it because I once said it on my other show and Facebook shut me down, and now the episode is gone. So I'm not going to say that word.
Right.
What word is it? Spell it.
F-A-G.
They won't get you to spell it.
F-A-G. F-A-G.
Oh.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? And the agat at the end of it means the power sticks.
Right.
So you know, so it's like this. So when they might take a slang word like that or whatever, and then it turns into something else. So it's kind of the same thing. If you're gonna allow something as simple as bitch and the other F-bomb, you know what I'm saying, and you could change those into offensive words, then what it is to say the same thing with fuck. You know what I'm saying? Fuck could have been something else, and they changed it over to offensive word. My thing is this right here.
Perry's back.
Yeah, he is.
Hey guys.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, I just dropped out for a second, guys. I'm sorry.
Are you okay? No, you about to make a point.
I'm on location. Look at the background.
Your background. Go.
Oh no, the only point.
Oh my God.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go, Beanie Man. There you go, Beanie Man. Look, there you
Yo,
go.
get a screenshot of that.
Yeah, exactly. Get a screenshot of that right there. Get a screenshot of that. That's the only time you'll see Perry do the nay-nay.
Damn it, I didn't get a picture of that one.
Shut up.
The only time you see him do the nay-nay.
You need to go sit in the right beside the TV where the internet gateway is and plug in.
Really?
Like just Indian style on the floor.
Hey, listen, fam. This is live. We're live, so you know you're gonna catch us for better or for worse.
Right.
Anything could happen.
Exactly.
But,
It's all better though. It's better than your average.
Rob, what was your first curse word?
My first curse word?
Do you remember your first curse word?
I don't know, but I know when my mom first heard me cussing. I know that shit.
I think we all got one of those stories.
Yes, freshman year high school, motherfucker was mine.
Oh, you said motherfucker? That's what you said to your mom?
Oh,
yeah, because I had this was my first day in
freshman high school.
You said when?
Yeah, I'll just skip over Perry.
Yeah.
It's my first day in high school, and I was like completely flabbergasted because I grew up on the north side of town or whatever. I went to mostly white elementary school, mostly white middle school, and then I went to Enloe. So I don't understand how this happened. I think it was Felicia. Are you listening? Were you there? I think you were there. It was Felicia, my best friend since 4th grade, and somebody else. And we were just chatting, downloading about the day, and I screamed, "That motherfucker is so fine!" just as my daddy walked in the door.
Oh, you got caught by your pops.
That was the worst and last beating I ever received.
Perry, when the first time your mama heard you curse, young?
First time, honestly?
Yeah.
Fifth grade.
What you say?
Actually, okay. This is a funny story, okay?
Make it short because your internet janky as shit.
Right, believe.
Anyway,
Perry, why you sitting looking like this and shit, bro?
Yeah, that motherfucker hotspotting that nigga hotspotting with a Boost mobile phone.
Perry looking like this.
Nigga is hiding this room. Shit.
I'm gonna need you to adjust your computer, nigga. Perry doing the broadcast like this.
Yo, niggas hiding this motherfucking room. Shut up, okay?
Give the tool man shit.
Okay, look. All right.
No, that's the neighbor. That's the neighbor, right?
Yeah.
Look, as an avid comic book reader, I used to read things like Heavy Metal and Epic Illustrated, which were adult comics when you were like 9-10 years old. And my grandma busted me with it. Okay. And I said, "Damn, grandma, it's just a comic."
Oh,
that was the first time I got
damn.
Grandma.
Damn, is it
grandma?
Grandma. She slapped the shit out you.
Dude. You try being in Y trying to get a switch.
Shit. And Perry State and then Mahosky, where switches grew wild and frequently.
No.
This is when you were in New York.
Bertie.
That was junior high. That was junior high school and high school, Halifax County. No, this was NY, where I had to go back to the wine orchard and get a motherfucking switch.
Well, that's fucked up. Yo, Rob, what about you, Rob? When the first time your mama heard you?
Heard it through the grapevine.
Yeah, I heard it.
Hey, Rob, when was the first time your mom heard you?
Oh, me, Rob.
Rob.
Me, Rob. All right. Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. The first time my mother ever heard me curse, man, I wasn't the best cusser at first. So I like it was somebody, man. I just got into a fight on the ball court, right? Like I was hooping, and I called somebody. My mom was coming to pick me up, and I was like, "You nigga bitch." I don't know. Damn. Like I was like, it was like a murder. I was like, "You nigga bitch." And I thought, listen though, but I thought I just said some real slick shit because everybody in front of me was like, "Oh." But what they were really doing was let me know that my mother was standing behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you about to die.
Oh, you thought you killed the crowd. You thought you killed the crowd, yo.
Look, and it was like, oh, but it was like, I said,
damn, bro.
Yeah.
If I was your dad, bro. If I was your dad and I heard you say that, I'd just beat you just for saying it wrong.
Yo, nigga bitch. I don't even know how it came out. You nigga bitch.
If you're gonna bitch, you're not gonna embarrass me. You're not gonna embarrass me.
You gonna stop that on someone in the world.
Listen, you nigga bitch. It came out like that. You nigga bitch.
I like that, nigga bitch. That's what I
had to grab the switch, fucking with this nigga bitch.
Yo, let me tell you what's crazy though. My mother didn't even. I ain't even get in trouble though. My mom was like, "Yo, you do understand that those shits don't even go together." She's like, well, I was like, huh? Look, I was like, for real. I thought nigga and bitch. You're like, don't say it again, nigga. But I was like, nigga, bitch. Okay.
I will beat fuck into your ass.
I will nigga what?
Yo, I just had a boy graduate from high school Friday. And kids, like when you have kids, you can be whatever you want to be. But when you have kids and they live with you, it makes you see like the worst in you and the best in you, right? Yeah. So I'm a cusser. I'm cute. I'm smart and I cuss a lot. That's just it. And I got that from my mom, definitely not from my dad.
That's crazy. Bishop, what about you, Bishop? I'm sorry.
My kid was 2, and shit was my favorite curse word.
Yeah.
And so he's 2 walking down our house, down the hall in our house in Norfolk, and he dropped his ball and he said shit. And then I'm like, I ain't say nothing about it. I just let him kind of continue down the hallway. And then he did something else. He like continued down the hallway with his ball and tried to go up the stairs and dropped his ball again. He was like, shit. I'm like, one, he's using it the right way.
Exactly.
but secondly, damn, like, is that like, damn, is that how I'm raising my kids? So like for a long time, I had to like stop cussing.
Okay, so on the flip side, so what about hearing your kids curse? When's the first time you heard your kids? Have you heard your kids curse?
Yeah. So my kids are gamers. They listen to hip hop music. Like now it's just when we're all coming, it's all coming back together. So I have a first floor master and my kids live upstairs, and I'll just kind of walk out into the open area. It's kind of a loft upstairs. And my youngest son is the best cusser I've heard in a long time. Like I'll just listen.
He got it
him up on it. You know what I'm saying? As a mom, I can't pick him up, but he cuss good.
Oh, he got it honest.
So now lately, my 17, almost 18-year-old, he'll just be talking and he'll cuss and be like, he's not cussing at me. He's just
right.
It's just adding a little sprinkle flavor to his conversation or whatever. And he be so sad and sorry when he accidentally. It's not even an accident. It's just how he talks normally. He's not talking to his mama.
Hey, Cherie, drop in the comments when you first heard your boys come. Hey, go ahead, Ro. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ro.
I know that my daughter, and she's here with me now. I know that my daughter is the best cusser on earth because her father is, right? But here's the thing: I've never heard her per se curse. But here's what happened: I walked in her room one day, and she likes to talk. She likes to talk on the phone with her friends on speaker.
Right.
So they were in a heated conversation. I don't even know what it's about. But her friend name is Catherine. She was like something, shit. And like you, Keisha, I'm like, yo, you just like I'm
blown away.
It was perfect. And look, and then my daughter got quiet. She was like, my dad is in here. She was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, no. First of all, thank you for using the correct text. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you. I was like, but I'm gonna back out of the room because apparently you niggas got something to talk about. So, but I've never actually heard my daughter curse. But
I've had a different situation. Me and my oldest, was in a heated conversation, and this is I call this the year of smelling yourself. This is when, you know what I'm saying, you grow hair in places that you've never had them before, and you just have that musk on you, and you know what I'm saying, you feel the call of the wild calling you. You feel me?
What age was that? Age was that?
Oh, that was a good 13. That was a good age 13. That was 13. So me and him having this conversation about school and such. I said, man, you need to get your shit together, man. You know what I'm saying? This is real talk. You need to get your shit together. And I said, ain't nobody playing with you. And as he was walking to his mother's door, he said, motherfucker, ain't nobody playing with you neither. I said, shit. I said, what? I said, oh shit. Boy, you talk about a dude that got out the car so fucking quick. You ever seen them old cartoons when they move so fast, all you see the fucking dust that's still in still in the motherfucking car. By the next thing you know, I had him hemmed up with the motherfucking damn chokehold. You know what I'm saying? The elbow, the fucking damn, all this up in the fucking damn throat. I said,
well, listen, but
I said,
you
look
had
here.
to respect that, though, right?
I had to respect him. I'm gonna tell you that. So I told him, I said, yo, bro, look here, man, for real. I said, I will fuck you up. I said, don't get it. I am your father. I said, I will fuck you up. Watch your mouth. As you can now, my kids can say anything to me. If they want to talk, they can talk. But you're not gonna curse at me. That's not the deal. So you know what I'm saying? He looked at me, you know what I'm saying? I put him down, his feet touched the ground. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know what I'm saying? We cool. I was like, you know, we cool? He's like, yeah, we cool. Said, blah, blah, blah. Went back into the damn car. I was hot. You know what I'm saying? All that frustration and shit was hot. And then I calmed down and shit. And I was like, damn.
That was a good comeback.
He did say it right, though. He did fuck me up.
That was a good comeback. He's like, motherfucker.
Because number one, he took me out of pocket.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it's very hard to do to keep me out my, but this dude, and the way he said it, his cadence was so fucking nice.
Right.
That it fucking out of
it was
pocket.
a challenge.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I was like, yo, I can't believe this shit. But yo, that's it. That
nigga made you look small, like nigga.
Yeah. He took control. Yeah, he took me out of pocket, bro. I'm telling you, man.
I didn't cuss at my pop, but I had a similar situation. Like my dad to do stuff like this, you know what I mean? Because one thing I know about my pop could fight. You know what I'm saying? He don't feel he could fight. You know what I mean? So all his friends and stuff that he hang out with tell how great this dude is, beating up gangs in the 50s and shit like that. Whatever my pop used to do. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I gotta grow up with these stories. So my pop has a propensity to give you enough. He has this thing where he doesn't whip first. He has the understanding. So he wants to know you're smart enough to understand the commands he is giving you. So he doesn't pop first. He always like, hey, this is wrong. I'm gonna tell you the reason why you're wrong. Do you understand why it's wrong? You're like, yes, okay. And then he gives you infinite amount of chances until he's like, I'm gonna tell you 3 times, and then I'm gonna fuck you up. And it's normally like 27 times, right? So this one day, and if y'all ever been to Philly in a row house or whatever, you got your back room, you got your front room, you got your middle room. So I had the back room by the bathroom. You know what I'm talking about? So you got to come up the stairs. You got to pass the back room every day. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't avoid it, right?
Right.
So he comes up, my room messed up. Always disgusting. I'm 13, 14 years old. It's a fucking biohazard in my room. It's bold, plate. It's a dead animal in that mug. It's like, you know what I'm saying, pottery. I have bleeding and shit. It's everything in that, right?
Right.
So he's like, yo, Kareem, clean your room up. And goes to his room. Do. He in the front room. Next day, hey, Kareem, hey, man, can you clean your room up? Starting to, you know, Miss Wafton. You know what I mean? He's just making big. I'm gonna get to it. He came the third day. He's like, man, didn't I tell you to clean up your room? I was like, man, it's my room. As he's walking. So he pivots from the middle room back to me, full on chest punch. When I say I flew inside my closet, I flew off screen. It was like this. I was here, then I flew off screen. When I say right here, my pop is so freaking heavy-handed. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit. That's the last time I didn't cuss at him. At this point in time, I'm afraid to even use cuss words around this nigga because I don't feel what these other punches feel like. Because he hit me with one and then lifted me. I'm like, you know, I'm 100 pounds at this point. At 13, you 100 pounds. You a nigga weight. You a grown ass thing. You know,
I believe it must be a Thornton thing for the men to be able to cuss with their dads. You know what R.I.P. my pops, man. But you know what I'm saying? Yo, me and my pops, when I was like, hell, I was probably 12. And you know me, and you know what my pops used to like for me to do? You know, Eddie Murphy's Raw.
Nice.
When he was talking about he had to fight some Italians at the movie.
Yeah. Do the Italian joint, the Rocky joint.
Yo, my dad used to love, because I used to be like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out. What am I, an asshole? What am I? Yo, I used to have my dad screaming, crying in tears, yo. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't do it often, but I mean, when I was 12,
right.
But when I, when I grew up, me and my dad would just like talk, keep it real, and we just, we just talk like we talking now.
Right.
My son is a professional. My son got it honest, yo. He is a professional.
He's smiling. Look, he's smiling on that.
He has hung around his uncles Perry and his uncles Tico and his uncles DP. And you know what I'm saying? He's a pro at it now. So I can't even. He's almost 18 right now. I can't. It's not. What am I do? Whoop his ass? You know what I'm saying?
And the crazy thing about it, yo, dog, we've been like that ever since he was young. Like I never bit my tongue towards him, and you know what I'm saying. Right. And if you had ever said, you know what I'm saying, Tico, you know what I'm saying, you out of pocket, I would have, you know what I'm saying, step back in line.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying. And that's the realness, man. You know, and that's dope. That you know what I'm saying. He has it. And you know what I'm saying, that we can, and it's dope that we can all talk to our kids like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the appropriate way. Now I'll curse. Now if I'm telling you a story, you know what I'm saying, so blah blah. Me and my mom, the only time I curse at my mom is when I tell jokes. You know what I'm saying? Now she caught me.
Yeah, you better not. I mean,
so now my mom, she caught me. Go ahead.
I got a story about that. I got a story.
Shit. Yeah.
I got a story about his mom. Go ahead.
My mom is one of those. My mom is one of those. You know what I'm saying? You know, she give you that look, and you already know what the fuck she's thinking. It's either she like you or she don't like you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here. I'm drunk. I come home. I'm like 13 and a half. I'm with my boys. You know what I'm saying? We had some orange driver and some, you know what I'm saying, some riches and a fucking daggone St. I.
And Rick.
You know what I'm saying?
St. I.
So
top of Rick.
Yeah, exactly, yo. We were young. That's when you're young. You like my stomach. I could drink motherfucking damn W40 and my stomach would be great. So it was like, yo. I fell asleep on a slide on Quarry Street, which is right across the street from my house. So I wake up. First of all, my boys left me, and I'm sleeping on the fucking slide, right? So I get up, I go across the street, I'm tapping, I forget my keys because my intention was to go chill, hang out, and come back home before the fucking damn she locks the door. I got a knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom. What's going on with you, Tico? I said, nothing. Just a little, you know what I'm saying? Little don't feel too good. What's wrong with you?
Yo, shorty.
So I throw up right in front of her. You know what I mean? She was like, who are you with? What are you doing? In my mind, I'm thinking like, you know what I'm saying? I got all these other people's names in my mind, but I'm telling the truth. Like Blue Alvin, Steve, Lavelle. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So her girlfriend, so her girl, no, they weren't there with me. I'm snitching. Everything I'm telling, I'm just snitching. So her girlfriends are sitting in the living room. You know what I'm saying? And so she said, well, Tico, I heard you were cursing at the bus stop today. I'm like, no, ma'am. She said, so you calling Mr. Johnson a liar? And see, back in those days, youngins, if you call somebody a liar, that was some real shit. You know what I'm saying? So you just don't motherfucker say somebody lying and you know what I'm saying, and you know, you get dealt with. So Mr. Johnson, no, Mr. Johnson wasn't lying. I cursed. So her girlfriend on cue said, how many curse words do you know? I said, how many you want to hear? So when I woke up, man, I'm telling you, dude, I don't curse around my mom's, dude, unless I'm saying a joke. She is just that type of hardcore motherfucker, man.
That's me and my dad. I don't curse around my dad.
So Cherie in the comments said her boys were in the 6th grade with their friends in their room, putting it down. Motherfucker this, motherfucker that. And she's like, what the hell is going on in here? Do we forget how to use our words? That's funny. That's funny as hell.
What the hell? What the hell? Damn.
Right. Yeah. So
that's kind of funny itself, Rob. To call for your brother to call you a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? For your brother to call you a motherfucker and your brother to call you a motherfucker.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's hardcore. That's heavy shit, yo.
We don't even think about
fucking your mother. In
so,
a sense, that's fucked up. Anyway,
but so check it out. So I think Perry, you were there. I think Andre is in the comments. I think Andre was there. I think it was me, Perry, Andre. I think Brad was there. We're all in Tico's crib on Coleman in Miss Young's house. And we in there cussing up a damn storm, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We in there, yeah, man, you playing tech. I'm gonna fuck you up on tech. And I'm gonna take Lei Wulong and kick your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And when I say his mom materialized in the room like a damn ninja, bro, like she just appeared out of nowhere, bro. And when she was like, listen, y'all ain't gonna be cussing in my house. You know what I'm saying? If y'all gonna cuss in my house, y'all can get the hell out. Like she gave us that work, bro. We all sitting there in our mid-20s and shit. We in our mid-20s, we good and grown and sitting there, like, we sitting there like little kids.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am. We're sorry.
It's just not gonna happen, yo. It's just not gonna happen.
Yes, ma'am. We sorry.
Yeah.
We owned up to it. We sorry. We're sorry.
Yeah.
But and Perry's janky ass internet. I was gonna ask him, has
he gone again? Damn.
Yep.
I was gonna ask him, has he heard my guy baby cussing? That would be a good one. That would be a good one. But I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with Perry's internet, but it is about time to wrap because we have gone way long.
Oh,
and I want to say,
Keisha got her
yeah, that's what I was about to say. So before we even start doing all that, man, yo, Rob, Random Road.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man, for coming through, man. Hopefully
this
will not be the last time.
Thank you. Oh Lord.
Shit, Ro, you just need to come just for the sound effects.
Yeah.
Listen, baby,
Right.
We give you $1.30 a year.
Nigga, you got a budget. You got a budget.
Before we get to my segment, can you tell us a little bit about who you are, what you got going on, what you got coming up in the future? Go.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As I don't know if you guys were when we first started, but Robert McKiver, owner operator of the Gents Life. That is an apparel brand. We do custom suits, we do t-shirts, we do all those things. Everything that you need, we do it. Let's just do it like that.
How can a lady get a Gents Life t-shirt?
You can hit me on the once we get off of here. You have my number now, so just text me. We'll make it happen for you. I would love for you to, when they have the t-shirt contest, for you to kind of stand up and be like,
boom,
yo, look, I got you. Yeah. Bang, bang. Say no more. So I got you on that.
You gotta make sure it's after the COVID because everybody got underarm hair. You gotta make sure it's make sure it's after the COVID. Not you. I ain't talking about you.
Well, I try to shave mine. So
But yeah, so we have that also, and so we have the Piping Hot podcast, which I think you guys alluded to earlier.
Alicia said you look like the large professor.
He does look like large.
Oh shit! You know what? So I growing up, it was large. It was Large Pro. It was Q-Tip. It was and Isaiah Thomas when I was younger. I know that's a bad mix.
Hold on. Take your glasses off, yo, Ro. Take your glasses off real quick. Hat. Nah. Well, I mean, I'm
definitely Large Pro.
I can see Zeke. Yeah, definitely Large Professor. I can't see Zeke. I can't see Zeke right now.
That's because my face, I'm grown into my face, man. But the point is, but yeah, so outside of the gym, y'all stupid, man. I grew into my face. But so we have a Pipe and Hot podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, we had 4 shows right now currently, man, Monday through Thursday. I'm on both Mondays and Monday for the United Ciphers, myself and Johnny. You go by Power T, and then on Wednesdays it's the actual Pipe and Hot podcast network. That's every night, Monday through Thursday from 8 to 9 currently. So that's what we got going on.
Hey, so Ro, man, Raphael wants to know about. So drop a link. Do you have like a website or somewhere that he, Raph wants to get a custom suit? Raph is Iron Man, Tony Stark Jr. and shit. So he definitely keep up with his keep up.
Oh
with
yeah,
his
say no
what
more.
You got? What you got?
We get to go somewhere. To where? See.
I got you. I'm gonna drop it in right now while you guys are talking.
Okay. Perfect. So, Perry, I don't want to let
you.
Oh,
hold on, my bad. But listen, thank you guys for having me, man. I ain't mean to leave that part out. Thank you guys for having me. This is the. Listen, I want to say thank you guys for having me, man. This is a dope segue. It's a dope podcast, man. I really fuck with you, Rob. Thank you for initially reaching out to me.
Absolutely.
Keisha, you setting up everything. I appreciate it. I hope I get you guys some justice, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course, man. You'll be back, man. You'll be back. Don't worry about it, man. Hey, so Perry.
Have you good? You good over there in Greenville?
Perry sipping on shine. Look at his eyes, yo. He look like Droopy, man. That nigga like Droopy. Look like Droopy over there.
Look at his little African.
Yeah, look at him, yo.
First one. Shut up. We're doing okay here. It's just a little drop off. We'll talk about it after the show, okay?
Yeah. Hey, have you ever heard your daughter cussing, bro? My guy, baby.
Okay, look, man. Look about your guy, baby. Okay?
Dads and daughters are different.
Yeah. It's a little bit different. Okay, and I'm sorry I can't really drop much here because our mom might be listening to the show.
Well, no, she's my guy baby's perfect.
Go ahead, drop it.
First of all, my guy baby's perfect.
Trust me. Yeah, she is. Okay, but yeah, we'll have to talk about that offline. I haven't heard her curse yet. Okay, but unfortunately, she's heard Daddy curse plenty of times. So hopefully, she won't take after Daddy's side.
I've heard that.
You know, I've cursed like a motherfucker.
I've seen you curse in front of. Yeah. Anyway, so
you curse when the wind blows.
It is now time for
what the fuck?
From the hip hop mom.
Save us right now, baby. Please save us.
We're way over. Save us, baby.
I'll save y'all by kind of shrinking in time. I don't really have a whole lot to say today. Just as states open up, we have viewers from all over the world. But as jurisdictions open up, just be mindful and careful. Wear your mask. Like people that I see out in public not wearing masks, those people don't give a fuck about anybody else. And hand sanitize, wash your hands, just continue on this journey. We're never going to be like we were. And I'm mourning the loss of live concerts, like for real. They kind of recharged my life. And at this point, I'm coming to the realization that I have to figure out another way to do that. And I feel like the universe is going to figure out another way for me to experience that. But there's nothing like being in a room or a venue full of people vibing to the same shit. There's nothing like it. There's nothing that I could think of that replicates that. I mean, I've had that and been in a virtual room with 500,000 people, and it still does not give me the same feeling as being in a smaller venue in your town with your favorite artist singing some of your favorite songs. So, but aside from all of that, just be careful how you start to go out into these streets. Just be careful, y'all. Be careful because you want to be selfish with your own health, but you also want to protect the ones that you love. So please understand that this whole virus thing is still a work in progress, like every day. And if you've ever studied scientific studies or done scientific studies or even been in fucking biology class when they explain the whole theory behind the scientific theory itself, just be mindful that it's gonna, not only the virus itself is going to continue to evolve, but how the information that we have, the concrete information based on scientific study, is going to continue to evolve. So aside from that, be safe, have fun, get out when you can, but fucking be safe, yo. Just be safe.
Yep. Exactly. That is Versus from the Hip Hop Mom. Thank you, love. Thank you.
And thank you, Key. Thank you, Key. Yo, this was a tight show. This was a very tight episode of Straight to Tape. First, I definitely want to thank the homie Rob for coming through. Okay,
that's right.
Make sure you come through again. You will come through again. Yo, Bishop.
What up?
Yo, man, what's going on this week with Intelligently Ratchet?
I do got something going on. Intelligently Ratchet every Wednesday. We just jumped on the StreamYard or whatever. We're gonna me and Kazi are hosting a local versus with the Materials, and Deshaun and Soul are going against each other on bands. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Nice.
But me and Kazi are doing that this Saturday coming up. So it's gonna be real dope on that. Oh no, on the 30th, whatever day it's supposed to be on. It's coming up. You check my Facebook. I'll post the flyer. But that's all I'm doing, man. Right now, you know what I'm saying? Doing, you know what I mean? Trying to figure things out. Trying to do a comedy show. Hopefully we could get that together, another comedy show or whatever, since I did well the last one. I got complaints. I started off with too many deep jokes in the beginning. So I'm gonna do more political satire throughout the show. The next time I tell jokes, you know what I'm saying? That's that's all, man. Yeah. So shout out to that. Yo, I want to say one more thing to Keisha. I want to say one more thing to Keisha. I'm sorry to cut you off, but Keisha, I think we can get back to those concerts. We just got to do all mask and like take the chips.
I would die. I can't even go 15. I can't walk 15. Like my grocery store trips are cut short because I have a mask on. Like I've never ever liked my face covered. It's a struggle for me.
Like
and so to think about me being in a show for hours and jumping and like I can't.
Yeah, okay. Well, then, just stand outside then. Because we're gonna be in there with masks. I can breathe in mine. I don't know. I don't have no sympathy. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Can you see? Is it on camera? Yeah. Is this on camera?
Yeah. Is that? Why do you like a pinky finger? Something wrong with
it.
We all see it.
Yo, so before we start wrapping up, I'm just again, man, I gotta give y'all mad love. So Sheree, awesome show, held my attention. You know I'm ADHD, so
damn snitch. You damn snitch. I love you.
Oh, Felicia.
Yo, yeah, Sheree's a snitch. No, we love snitch. Hey, Sheree is the homie for a long time. Yo, that's my homie right there. Thank you for coming through, Lynn. Thank you for coming through. She says great show. Jeremy, man, that's love, homie. He said great.
That's what we like. That's what we do.
I had no intentions of watching for 3 hours, but here I am. Thank you, brother. We really appreciate that, man. The homie Raph came through as usual. Felicia, as always.
Pretty
Andre.
motherfucker.
Don't forget our girl Amy. Don't forget our girl Amy.
Yeah, Amy came through early. You know what I'm saying? Tracy, thank you for coming through. You understand what I'm saying? Seth, as always. Who else? Jasmine came through with the come through. Yep. You know what I mean? So yo, just big up to our comment section gang. My man Paul Fitz, the homie. Jonathan Harris came through. I think it's his first time coming through, checking the show out. Thank you. Amber says as well. So just hey man, subscribe to the show, like, share, be part of the notification gang. You feel me? And again, shout out to the comments gang. And I'm just gonna let that be my wrap up. I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining Straight to Tape. All we trying to do is be your favorite podcast. You feel me? Perry, take it away, man.
Exactly. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for spending your holiday weekend with us. All right. We're gonna keep it going as always. All right. Support my man Bishop Omega and Intelligently Ratchet on Wednesday nights.
9 o'clock.
You know what I mean?
I am Groot.
Yo, check out the homie Random Road, aka Royalty, aka Rob McKiver, on all of his platforms. Especially check him out on the Piper High Podcast. And yeah, this motherfucker got a budget. We love it. Okay,
let me get some sound effects.
So
you go. Where we going? Come on, let's go out. Come pick me up.
So for the comedian Tico de Gallo.
Yo, thank y'all so much. I would like to give a shout out to Baby Jose. Baby Jose was born with no eyelids, and they used the circumcision from the skin to give him eyelids. He's doing way better now. He's a little cockeyed, but he's doing all right. And thank you very much for listening to us today. And
why do you give this nigga the floor, man?
I don't know, man.
I threw it to you.
Hit the mic, but
I threw it to you to just wrap the shit up.
But I thought he was just gonna keep it short. He never keeps it short. Why don't I ever listen?
Why is he cockeyed? Because he has.
I know. I didn't ask why. I didn't ask why. I understand why. I just stated it was cockeyed. I didn't ask why.
He's a little cockeyed.
No.
Oh man, it's a slow burn.
You got chefs there for eyelids.
You know what, Perry? I got this, man. I got this. I got this.
Quintessential. I got
outro. Damn.
I got Pop Mom Keisha with a Y. Keisha, your floor, baby.
So I just like to say that the Beanie Man Buju Banton shit last night was awesome. We were in Jamaica. We had jerk wings and crab boil. Like that shit was amazing. The energy was there. It's not a battle. Like it wasn't. These are evolving to not be battles. They're just a celebration of all that is, right?
It was Bounty Killer, baby.
Awesome. Good night.
Exactly.
It was Bounty Killer, baby. You said Buju Banton.
Yeah. Buju and
I can't wait. I actually can't wait to see Bougie in one. But anyway, and
but I see no dance
social media
and I never seen that like this. I see
Big up to the peeper.
The peeper. We're Jamaican.
And of course, our social media assassin, Mr. Big Rob Stud.
I'm out, y'all. I love y'all. Hey, I love you. And the pleasure's been all yours. Thank you.
This cocky mother. Anyway, of course, our man C. Perry Elysia II. As always, ladies and gentlemen, let's get active. Let's stay safe. Let's stay informed. Okay. And let's just live our lives and be happy about it. We out. Peace.
Yo, do you think dykes, become dykes just for